And there we go. So, hello everyone. This is episode 27 now. You know, we're fucking.
Now we know.
Yeah, we're getting there. Like we're getting along really well. Because it's like I had a thought. Like this is now our 24th session we've streamed. Because obviously we started at 3 on this campaign.
Yep.
We've done all right, didn't we? But to top last session off, kobolds. Lots and lots of kobolds. That sums up the entire episode. Anyway, no.
Boots.
Yeah, no. You guys were sent in by the guards to help fix an issue where a sinkhole had happened in someone's house, and as they described, creatures were coming out. Being the noble adventurers that you are, you guys decided to go and help. Yeah, last time on Dance to Ball Z. Hell yeah. Abridged. Maybe. Yeah, you guys went in and found the basement to be infested with kobolds. And these were very feisty creatures that demanded you guys to leave. It was their territory. Even at one point tried to kidnap Grey through mind control. That was fun.
Yeah.
You
Very fun.
You butchered them, you slaughtered them, you gave one false hope at survival, and then hunted him down for sport and brutally killed him in his own home. Well, on his way home.
As everyone could tell, I wasn't here last session.
Yeah, the moral compass was at home.
Hey, I tried for negotiation. I tried. They just didn't give a shit.
I was forced
Yeah, you
to
might
help
try,
them.
but you didn't try very hard.
I had myself set on fire to intimidate them.
But you could have yourself up.
Yeah, that.
I set myself on fire, and everybody else went, "Oh shit! You're setting himself on fire.
you
You're
had
being attacked."
you had yourself set on fire after you had a wasp's nest thrown at your face.
What's the point, though? You said that you did it to intimidate them. You didn't try for the persuade or anything. You know, I want to hear. That's all I was saying, Michael.
They're evil, they deserved to die. That's all I'm saying. Also, dibs on the next ring of mind shielding, please.
I think that's going to be halted now.
I think we might need to switch over to the necklaces instead.
The other
So
thing,
if I'm
okay.
you can have my ring.
The other thing of interest to point out to you guys is, Evan, you were given a piece of parchment that was arcane locked with a cryptic 4-digit code to decipher with clues to each number.
Yep.
Out of character, Michael cracked it in like 2 seconds, and I know you wanted to give it to Rose because her character makes more sense to have it.
Yep.
But yeah, no, literally, I put all the clues out, and Michael DM'd me on Facebook and went, "Is this it?" And I went, "Fuck off." Like, literally, I just took instantly, like, literally, it was like less than 2-3 minutes, and he'd already answered it. But that was out of character. But yeah, so we'll start the session with everyone, because this is the next day now. You guys had finished fighting the kobolds you'd fought. You collected payment. Actually, no, it was on the night because you guys were deciding where to stay for the evening, and obviously collecting Cass.
We'd already booked rooms.
No, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
We did the typical start of entering into a new town.
Saniga,
Finding
1220. Thank you for the raid, my beautiful man, and thank you for the follow. I won't be talking as much to chat, but because obviously it's the start of the session, like we're literally just about to start. It's fine, I can talk a little bit, but yeah, thank you, man. It's appreciated. So, what do you guys want to do? You guys have got rooms to go to. Cass, I'd imagine you're about to collect it, or has just been collected.
Tell you what, Cass was with us when we did this.
Oh shit! Yeah. Fuck off. Yeah. I forgot because Rose wasn't here. I forgot what we did with her. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
I'm in the session for the first time ever.
Yes, how fucking dare you, Rose? How fucking dare
I
you?
know. I'm so sorry.
You missed the first session in about 4 years. How fucking dare you?
What's next? Me miss a session?
Oh, the fucking Tim.
I can't even
Anyway.
what? How
Anyway.
dare you even say it? But yeah, so
Did we collect money?
You did.
We did, so we've already got that.
Yes, it got.
And I think I put on your character sheet, Rose, somewhere how much money you got given.
okay, bear with me because we've only got 106 in there.
I don't think I added it to your actual money pool. I writ it on your character sheet.
Second,
I think it was 100 each.
it was.
I can see Danny is currently looking through my character sheet.
Yeah, I'm trying to find where the fuck I writ it, because I did write it. I know I did.
I don't remember about the payment, but you did get 485 gold and 71 silver from the trade that we did from coming here in the first place.
It might have been that. Oh, wait, no, I think I did just add it.
485.
Oh, no,
gold.
I didn't.
No, I've only got 106 gold.
Just add it as if you haven't had it, but I was so sure I did for you.
I've not really been spending money the last couple of... Because we did... Yeah, because we did Crossover, didn't we? And we didn't get any
Yeah.
money for that.
Just add it onto your character sheet, it'll be fine.
Yeah, 400.
How much was it?
485 gold,
Mm-hmm.
71 silver.
Each?
Yeah.
Wait, what? We just got rich!
Yeah, you.
No, not like in comparison to other games. But
Yeah. The agreement-
That's a lot of...
The agreement from the merchants was you were to take the cargo, and you were to be paid 10% of the value of the cargo. The cargo was worth about 30 grand.
I mean, it's peanuts for us, but it's a lot of money.
Yeah, we got 300 gold for that, and then we got a boost on top because we got it there quickly.
Yeah, you got given a tip as well.
Yeah, we got
I'm
him
so
a
sorry,
tip.
Michael. What was that number again?
485 gold,
Yeah,
71 silver.
71 silver. Perfect. Thank you. I was just writing it down somewhere rather than being surprised about the amount of money we now have.
If only you knew what Boomer had.
And Avon.
So yeah. This I'm saying for sake of timeline, this is on the like you guys have just dealt with the kobolds and stuff. It's early evening on the day you arrived into town here, so you have the rest of the night before you can like go and do what you need.
So we got rooms. We've done that. So hang on. How much was the money from thingy, Danny? The kobolds.
Yep, let me pull it up.
100 gold each I've got written here.
Yes, it was 100 gold each, and yeah.
Times
so,
6. So for 6 of us.
Yeah,
so
oh
everybody
yeah,
had-
that was it. Because it wasn't a set price. You guys had to negotiate for it, and you guys got 100 gold a person.
Yeah.
So yeah, whatever
So-
Michael said, add 100 to it for the kobold job
Yeah,
as
so
well.
just what you've got, add another 100. Yeah.
So we've got 200,
No.
and then another 100.
Yeah, it's 100.
Are we giving it just to 100 each, or are we still putting money into the party fund?
That was just each because that's what they negotiated. So it's 100
Yeah.
gold each, and the party fund got updated from the trade. So
Yeah.
everybody else
How
gets a
much
little
is
bit.
Think
Party
of the
fund.
kobold job as pocket money.
I mean, the party fund is currently sat at total of 2,763 gold and 4 silver.
Perfect. Well, I just want to check because obviously we're going to be taking a bunch of money out of that for Boomer to start making the necklaces of protection, and we're also going to probably need more diamonds. We've still got enough diamonds to go at the moment. I've got track of them. I don't know if you have, Michael, as well.
I haven't got
Whether
that,
you just-
that was more your.
It's me. Cool. I've
It
got
was more your
600
thing.
gold worth of diamonds currently.
Okay. Yeah, it was
We
more.
might need a
keeping
couple
track-
more just in case if we're going to go far travel.
Yeah, I'm keeping track of the money, like coming in, going out, and stuff like that, and splitting it up.
That's fine.
But yeah, so
Also, while we're here, If you say that it's early evening and we're all back
Yeah.
at the tavern, I assume.
You haven't gone back to the tavern yet, but you go. I'd say you're gonna.
We just left the kobold fight.
Yeah.
Got the money and went.
Yeah, you
outside.
guys
Well,
left the
I'm
kobold
back
fight,
to the
collected
tavern.
payment, and Nate's like, now what?
Cool. I'm going to. Oh, and I'm going to take off. I forgot to take the necklace of detect thoughts out of my inventory. I think I gave that over to Evan, didn't I, to keep hold of?
I think so. Yeah, I think I've got it.
Cool. I have the devotee sensor as well. I can't really use it. It doesn't. I know it was almost like it was meant for me, but I don't have a very good strength, so I can't do the additional abilities that it offers. And also, I'd rather just heal you guys with my magic.
That's fine. And we can always use it for other things later.
I think it's perfect for you, to be honest, Evan.
That's fine.
I kind of need. I'm trying to think of a way to say bonus actions. I need all of my time to be able to heal, do certain things and spells and whatnot, and wielding something that could potentially heal our enemies is not something that I want to enter into.
Yep, that's fine.
So I'm going to take that out of my things. Woo! I've got an achievement slot again.
Nice.
Yeah. Should we do a bit of shopping whilst we're in town? Still have a bit of time left. We can always nip to the local. Well, I was about to say magic shop, and then I just realised that's Penelope, pretty much.
Yeah. But we need to go back there till tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh,
Why don't you need to go back till tomorrow?
Got some sending stones being built.
Speaking of, Penelope has, and I kind of reach into the bag of holding.
Yeah.
Penelope had this, this for you, Cass. It's a puzzle of some kind. I believe it'll be something to help distract you for a moment from what happened on the ship. She says it's from her friend Sola.
Isn't Sola the woman that was on the ship?
I'm giving you that look of just go with it.
Okay. I'll nod. And take the item.
And just to remind, I've re-put it in the Discord chat. I'm going to put it in the Roll20 chat and the Twitch chat. Essentially,
Facebook as well for me, please. I'm so sorry.
yeah, no worries.
Discord.
Essentially,
Yeah.
it's 4 sections where a number needs to be inputted, and on each there is a line of text which you would assume is hints towards each one. There you go. It's been posted in all 4 places. I've put it in the Twitch chat in case people wish to see and have a look, because this is what was discovered at the start of last session, but it has been 2 weeks. So you can see for the first one, it's not any letters or words that you can see. The second one states the current rank of the owner. The third is the number of arcane suppressing ruling clans. And the fourth is the sum total of 1 through 3 split into triplets. Yes, Alagan, the answer is always 42. For fuck's sake. And I can't get rid of this bloody smudge off my glasses.
Current of its own what? Us. Yeah, okay.
I mean, one of them is impossible for you to do without Michael telling you one piece of information he hasn't.
Oh. Yes, sorry.
Michael's just remembered which bit I'm on about.
Yep. Rank.
Is it the first bit? The command?
Nope, the code you can figure out. I believe it's some sort of symbol thing for an alphabet, I believe, some kind. The second one, the current rank, I believe Sola's rank is noted as number 5.
Okay.
She is 5th in her standing with her people.
Thank you. Oh my god, my brain has gone completely blank. I do apologise. What's the thing with the like?
What's the thing with the what?
Morse code.
You know, Morse code. Thank you. I kept on thinking Morse code. Morse code. Ain't
Morris code. Yeah.
Right. My brain went to Morse code. Morse code. Thank you.
We might need a Google, a library for that one.
I will allow Google because obviously I wouldn't expect any of you to just sit here and know Morse code.
Yeah.
That would be rather mean.
Oh, I know the answer.
Yeah. Just wait as the gears in Rosie's head whir and go burr.
I think I know the last 3.
How can you know the last 3?
One.
You need the first one to know the fourth one.
Oh dear.
Read the clue.
Oh. Okay. No, I haven't understood the last one then.
Be even funnier later.
And
if
the
we
other
only ask you.
slashes.
See, when you said 1 through 3, I thought it was add 1 plus 2 plus 3 and then split them.
No, you know what?
But
That in itself does make sense, but no, I get what you mean. Because then that would have been 2, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
What's that?
Thank you
necklace
for the
called?
15 biddies, K Marie. The necklace. I don't know. I didn't have a chance to look at it.
No.
But yeah, I'll be able to quickly talk while Rosie's figuring this out. Because like I said, normally I don't talk during the D&D sessions for the sake of these guys. But Rosie's currently having a brain whir moment with the puzzle. But yeah, no, K-Marie, thank you for coming by. It's appreciated. We stream D&D every other Saturday. It's usually a lot of other different stuff, but yeah. No, it's appreciated. Thank you, and thank you for the 15 bits. I may be able to buy kibble for Matt. I mean Adam. No, I mean Matt.
Wait, what is wrong?
Rude.
Why?
Well, I typed in the second one and the words aren't coming out right. We do check through. Because the slashes are spaces, aren't they? In the code.
Yeah.
They're
Yes.
different
Yeah.
Should be.
I know it's correct
Yeah,
because when Michael translated it, he told me what I'd put, and he put exactly what I originally put.
Maybe I've not. Right, let me watch it out.
So I know the Morse code's correct, but yeah, like it definitely was Morse code.
5, 1, 2, hyphen, on, space, 1, space, 1, hyphen, 1. Right, let's try that again. Came up with third, but I don't think third is right.
No.
Sorry.
No. Okay. Well,
Try using the Wikipedia page, the one that actually just shows you what the symbols are, and work from that.
I just look through them instead of.
Perfect, thank you. Yeah, I was having a bit of a.
the way I did it was I
was
went
a
onto a translation site and I literally put in English what I wanted, and it gave it me in Morse code. And I just copied that
Yes,
out.
but going backwards.
Yeah. No, that's
Going
fair.
backwards, it translates. It might translate
Differently,
dot,
yeah.
dash, and then dot into dot dash dot. So
Dash.
translating back's not the same.
Yeah. No, that's fine. So yeah, we'll say for the sake of Cass is like engrossed in the new puzzle to tinker with, and he's eagerly and keenly and very, very well working it out. It's just going to take a little bit of time. She's still with you guys. So what is it else you wish to do?
Update the Derek rations.
Update the Derek rations, right? You know the cost of that, because we popped it in the little cheat sheet for Derek. and wood is plentiful in the northern sections of Brial, so it's easy enough to purchase.
Cheap sheet, Derek, where's that?
I gave it you guys. I uploaded it to the Facebook chat and like left it for you guys to have. But I'll quickly pull it up on my Google. It's 40 gold a day for used unworked lumber to feed Derek.
Vicky?
But no, yeah, if you scroll back or like search for files in the Facebook group chat, you'll find it.
Hey, Danny.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you could possibly put it as one of the little like a little handout similar to House Rules
Nice, yeah.
in Roll20.
Can I do that? I should be able to do that.
Yeah, you should be able to. Yeah. How you would do that, I'm not entirely sure.
It should be easy enough, I'd imagine.
You just create a handout and then
yeah.
just put the information in. I think.
Click who can read it.
I have selected the file, but the file is not working.
Of course it's not working. I don't know if you're able to copy it in, or you're just
so.
going to have to rip everything out of what's in the file and copy it in.
Yeah, it's probably going to be.
Roll20 wouldn't make it easy.
No,
No.
no, don't be fucking silly. Piss.
Mysterious note just popped up in front of me.
Yeah, that is the Derek, but
It's blank.
yes, it is.
What the fuck?
Mysterious note.
The Derek.
Right. I'm getting there. Don't you worry. Save changes. There you go.
There we go.
Yeah, cool.
There you go. That's all Derek related stuff, and obviously I'll update and change it as and when. You guys can see his like mobility and stuff and all that gubbins. So yeah, obviously, and obviously, I know Michael, you was keeping track of how many food rations he had.
Yep.
So yeah, just feel free to update that with.
6. So I'm going to. I'm going to spend
Oh god,
200
things have
gold.
happened.
Get him another 5,
Okay.
which will put him up to 11 days of rations.
That sounds perfect to me. I would
So
say,
that-
I would say any more than 11, you're probably pushing on the borderline. He can't store it because it's a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah, so we'll say 12 is his max, and then you can have no more than 12 on him
Yeah.
at a time.
Yeah, that sounds fair because you're looking at that's £110,000 of lumber, which
Okay,
for a ship of
That's-
that size is about the limit.
yeah.
I don't
That's how much
without
he-
mechanically it.
Yeah, that's how much he could store currently. If we let him get bigger,
But then on the flip side as well, he will need to eat more.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, in theory, you guys could turn Derek into a man-o'-war. In theory, or
Feed
you,
him enough. He gets
or if
bigger.
if you starve him, you could shrink him right down to no bigger than a fucking canoe. But that would severely hurt him.
But say, do we need to find like really good, do we need to find like really good cloth and stuff so we feed him that and it makes his sales better?
You can try.
Then he's like, that's an interesting idea. Wear that.
That's literally what went through my head. I was like, that is actually cool. I may.
Okay, that'd be good.
No, that literally what it was. It was like, hey,
Yeah.
I like that. You do that.
Thank you. So, yep, I've got rations. That was 200 gold I just spent. We probably need some because we probably didn't get any on the last. We didn't. So what it was like 5 days to get here, right?
About that from Skjalfa, yeah. And that was via boat. Yeah.
So we're on about 15 days worth of rations currently.
Yeah.
So.
And that's not assuming as well. Rather than using what's stored, you feed him off the shorelines and stuff, which could, in theory, spread the food you've bought longer.
It could, and we could possibly be doing that, but this is just.
If we're not in a rush.
We're not in a rush, we'd be doing that, but because
Yeah.
this one was time sensitive,
100%. Yeah.
it's like we want the extra money.
At the end of the day, that's how merchants make their money.
Whereas like, the money we save on not feeding Derek from the internal store, we'd lose. We'd lose from the tips. So.
Yeah. Rose, how you getting on?
Oh, I did it.
Okay. Do you wish to share the answers with the party?
Well, I had a quick question on the last one. You just mean divide by 3, don't you, in some fancy weird way?
Yeah.
What answer
Yeah,
are you
because
putting?
it's 5.
Okay, so do you want to just tell me the code?
So yeah, the first number is 7.
Yeah.
She's ranked number 5, and there's 3 ruling arcane clans, which equals 15. Divided by 3 is 5.
That is correct. I'm just going to quickly take you to the map of Brial.
What the Morse code say?
The number is 7.
The first number is 7.
That's
That's
literally what it says.
Yeah, that's literally all it said. But
Part is that well, he didn't do it for Twitch or Roll20. When he put it in our Discord the first time, and he actually put the answer right next to it.
yep.
Really?
He put it up, and then I went like, "Hang on, why is that written there?" After I'd already figured it out, I was like, "Yeah, Danny, I've got this," and the first thing is what it says right there. So I got it.
The biggest one is that I found with trying to do the first puzzle is it's
Yep.
We can hear you, Danny.
Yeah, I muted it myself on Twitch. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Your troubles with the first one were?
Yeah, was that on some places the Morse code alphabet wasn't
Picking it up,
calculating it correctly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's
It
why
was
I
like
did it.
spaces and that kind of thing, so I had to do it from scratch.
but the
That's what I did. I didn't even look for a translation.
the furled up piece of parchment unrolls and it shows a map of Brial. And I'm going to use the red just to colour what's shown on this map. This map is getting very busy very quickly, but that's fine.
Might be
It's
time
got-
that you might need to do another map, Danny.
A
Yeah,
new map.
yeah, I will. So there's a cross here, but which has since been scribbled out. There is
Oh, okay.
a cross up here. There is one here and one here. And you can see that there are 4 marks on the map, one of which is the one just south of Frosselgar, has been visibly scribbled out.
So there isn't one next to Fiadalmore.
Not that you can see.
Hmm.
The closest is the one between Dunvast and Brewbundon.
No, the only reason I ask is because obviously we found another teleportation circle from that guy's place
Mhm.
where Bug was.
Yeah, but Bug had been there for centuries.
A long while. Yeah, centuries. So he's obviously early first comers. Ooh.
Okay.
This is when Bugs from when they were a startup.
First franchise and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
it's in the
that's
early.
an
they
Evan.
were very underground at the time.
Then they got mainstream.
Yeah.
Are Cass and Evan sharing this information with the rest of the group?
I was quiet about handing the map over, but I was about what the map, what it represented.
Mm-hmm.
That is up to Cass if she wishes to tell you all or not.
How can you be 2 Asian boys pretending to be cowboys shooting?
You all
No,
know
I'll
that.
take Evan's lead and kind of just look at the map and pop it in her pocket. Later.
I'll pop.
You'll get a stare off me. Sorry, you're doing it again.
I'm sorry.
I'm not going to
Later?
fight you on it, but you're keeping more secrets again.
I can see them, so I don't even want
I'm
I'm not going to fight you
sorry.
on it, but you know.
You kind
It's a
of
little
are
bit.
though.
What's the point? I'm not there at this point because I am getting Derek's food.
Yeah, I like that.
Are you okay, Greater? Do you need to talk?
Well, it's a little offensive.
How is?
You know, we're
was it?
involved as well.
I'm sorry, I don't follow.
This is something to do with the stuff that we're not
What?
allowed to talk about.
I'm sorry. What?
We're not really allowed to talk about it, though, are we? Because they might be listening.
Oh! Oh, sorry, Great. No, it's something from home.
So I won't bother doing an inside.
I literally in front of them said, "This is from
Number
Penelope
yeah, I literally went, "This is something from Penelope for you."
from Sola.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I don't know if they know. I don't know. I'm trying to follow your lead, but you're being. Okay.
No,
we
it's
should
fine.
talk about this later, Greater.
Fair enough.
Just in a time when I can put up that little spell I showed you guys.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, cool. I'm not trying to hide things from you intentionally. You do know that, Greater.
Do I?
Oh no, I don't.
It's- So I get it, and I trust you.
Do you
You
though?
know, involve us. Just in case there's
Yeah.
something we need to know.
Of course. Maybe we should have that chat later. Also, you can do the same with us. I know you've been very standoffish.
Have I?
A little.
No.
I mean,
I don't
you were
mean
just.
to be.
No, I know. It's fine, I get it. You're more about throwing your fist and opening your mouth. It's just one of those things.
Well, yeah. It's easier.
Not in the long run. Life gets very hard if you don't talk to anybody about the struggles you might face. Trust me.
I haven't
Anyway,
got
do
any
you want
troubles.
I'm sorry?
I haven't got any troubles.
Really?
Mm.
None at
Apart
all?
from, apart from the ones everyone already knows about.
I'm sorry, so you've got nothing. That was the wrong way of saying that. I do apologise. You've got nothing from your past haunting you or from a future you see?
No, not
A
really.
feeling of imposter syndrome or,
I
you
mean,
know, a complex?
Gray, you are a member of the CCA, the Church Climbers Anonymous.
It's a member of one, though.
Ah,
No, I'm more of a stay in the present.
Very admirable approach to life. I've been meaning to ask you whilst the others are doing whatever they are doing. I know, obviously, Evan has gone to go and feed Derek, but I do worry about the others, and we might have lost them, so to distract me away from that fact, how about you tell me some more about yourself, Greytail?
Here we go.
You know it's been coming for weeks, mate.
Yep. Sure. Well, there's not much to tell.
Oh, I'm still all ears. Sometimes it's not the amount of words, but the feeling from the story.
Well, I grew up earliest I remember is just being on the streets on my own. Had to scrounge for food mainly. And then I may or may not have joined a gang. But at first was just kids stealing off merchants. Everyone else would do the disrupting, I'd be the one sneaking around the back. All pretty harmless. Until it got a little bit violent, and somebody killed a merchant. That's when I decided to leave him behind. So I started... I guess I became an adventurer. Just kind of disappeared. Keep moving.
It's almost like you fell into the job.
Well, I had nowhere else to go. And being in the gang taught me how to fight and look after myself. So those skills definitely helped. And then I bumped into you lot.
In the middle of an inn, whilst we were fighting a bone devil.
Yep, that was
An
very
interesting introduction.
The maker of deals, no doubt.
Mm.
Did you hear that? Like, there was some. I feel like I heard
You-
something.
Are you being mind read again?
I don't think it can get through the ring, which I am a little bit nervous about. I'm hoping with your extensive speed, will be able to reach me in the case of if I was about to pass, to stop, take that ring off, essentially.
Okay.
Anyway,
Yeah, you mentioned that before.
yeah, please. Otherwise, I kind of get stuck.
Okay. So is it safe for the rest of us? Ooh.
Good question.
From what
Resurrection
Boomer told
project.
you guys, it can happen to anyone.
Well,
Yeah, plus Boomer's working on another method.
okay.
Exactly. We are looking into something else.
You better.
I mean, how much do you know about resurrection? And, you know, other magic and souls?
Other than being resurrected myself, to be honest, all I know is it went black, and then all of a sudden, I was back.
Like being knocked
Oh,
out
really?
almost to you, I'd imagine, Great Hell. Like when you've been knocked out once in a bar fight.
Yeah.
I haven't asked. Do you follow anybody's preachings?
No. I
What,
think
so
I'd be
it-
jumping off churches if I followed a god.
Oh, it depends on the god. I do know a few that are a little bit on the funner side of things. I mean,
No, they always seem a
my
bit
god is
up
the same.
themselves.
Oh, no. My god's just kinda, but in like the best possible way, if that makes sense. A bit like an older brother.
Okay.
It's not for everybody, don't get me wrong. I'm not here to say, please follow my god and then start, you know, handing you stuff or, yeah, preaching. I'm not a preacher anymore. But I find it fascinating that all you saw was darkness when you were on the other side.
That's all I remember, yeah.
Maybe soon
Is
enough
that
I can
bad?
have a... No, not at all. I mean, I've only seen some resurrection and, you know, yeah, but maybe everybody's different. It's a fascinating subject to look into. The afterlife.
You're going to take me to another library?
I am. Would you like to go to the library?
No.
Would you like to? Do you have a choice? No.
She kind of just links her arm with his and goes, shall we go to the library? Come on.
Oh, God. All right, I'm taking a drink with me.
Oh, that's fine. Have you got a flask? Shall we buy you a flask?
Sure.
So,
I can make you one.
like they're already down the street and she just kind of like hoodwinks him into going to the library with her. Successfully.
hoodwinked, kidnapped, forceful abduction. Yeah,
Just
no.
repeat
What
it,
is
repeat it.
happening here? Jesus,
Twice
bitch.
in one day.
Okay. But yeah, you take him to the library, and we'll say for the sake of, because Cass is firmly preoccupied, Persephone is going to take this opportunity to go and purvey everything on the menu at the tavern you guys are staying in.
Right.
She's going to get blind drunk.
But see, that's a bit strange, because I know it's like a typical thing for someone to say, I'm never going to drink again, but to intensely drink days after they've already had a problem. Usually they wait a few weeks, you know, it's not like, say, I'm never going to drink again, get like, you know, hammered, like, and then drink 3 days later. Although, has it been about a week, actually?
Yeah.
Yeah. That girl might end up with a problem. We might need to look into it. Intervention time. Later. At the moment, library!
That girl might have a problem. You know, might have a bit of an addiction. By the way, my addiction to books.
Yeah, so like furthering
One's
your
a poison,
addiction.
one's good for your mind. Like, I'm sorry, I don't know which. Like I'm sorry, let me just double check. I'll come back to this later, I'll message you. Oh,
Yep.
Okay, so you abscond him to the local library. Do you know where you're going in this town? Because
Of course not.
you've never
No.
been to this town before. This is your first day in the town. It's late evening. Things are shutting down. Where are you going to find this library?
I will literally just ask somebody, like, where's the library in town?
Make an investigation check, please.
Look, you're laughing at that's a funny thing, but I'm being a tourist. So
No, I
I'm
know.
thinking of
It's just the situation as a whole is amusing, that's all.
I know. But Tommy had a grey tail and Cass team up. 17.
Okay.
Yeah.
Luckily, some access to literature is available 24/7 here. It is actually in the church, but they're not all church books, but there is like a small literature section in the church that is free to be used. But like, it's kind of like they ask kindly for donation, but you don't have to.
Oh, I'll give a donation.
Yeah. So basically, you'll have access to a small. It's not big, but at this time of night, it's pretty damn good. There's probably access to 100 or so books.
I must remember that we have a bag full of books.
You
I
do?
must go through it at this stage. She's like
A bag-
talking
a
to
bag-
her, like Greytail. She's literally pulling Greytail around and like just putting books into his arms a little bit as she's like, "Oh, this one looks quite interesting. This seems to be a what affects the body."
Yeah, so she gets a pile of books in my arms. As soon as she's not looking at me, I put them on a table.
Yeah.
And then she
Is
fills
it-
me up, I guess. So,
Is it a book for cats?
no.
No, there's a book about cats, like big cats in the jungles, and stuff like that. But she's more focused on like resurrection, what happens to the body after death. Even though it's, she kind of knows what she's looking for already, but is making out like she doesn't know what she's looking for. Does that make sense?
Yeah. You're feigning ignorance almost.
Exactly. It's more of a bonding thing between her and Greytail than an actual. I'm looking for information.
No, I get that. Dear, you.
Yes.
What are you doing?
I want to go around the shops. I find something nice and shiny.
Okay. Anything in particular you looking for?
There's something shiny.
Okay.
The
Ma-
shiniest thing I can find.
Make a D100 roll.
Ooh. $78.
One thing that catches your eye the most, nosing about what shops are available, and it's you see two things actually, and they're two of the same things, and they're black, but it's not like a matte black, but it's like a really super shiny black bottle with it's a whiskey that you can see. There is two bottles of this whiskey. It's a pure black bottle that's shiny with a red label, and it seems to say it's a honey whiskey.
Oh, okay. Is it the bottle that's shiny? Or is it like liquid inside making it shiny?
The bottle is opaque, but yeah, the bottle itself is extremely shiny.
Okay. I will go and ask how much the bottle is.
The bottles are running about 3 gold a bottle. They're of the highest quality, I assure you.
Ooh.
If you want both of them, I can sell them for 5 gold. They were a gift to me, but unfortunately, the whiskey's not a drink of mine, so handing them on.
Okay, I will buy both bottles, yeah.
Hell yeah, 5 gold, and you've got yourself 2 fancy bottles of honey whiskey.
Ooh, there we go. Let's just add that to my inventory. Add items. Custom item. Shiny whiskey. There we go.
So yeah, we've got the Derek being fed, Persephone's getting rat-arsed, Cass and Greytail are being nerds, and the other cat is buying honey whiskey.
Honey whiskey, eh?
Honey whiskey. Boomer. It's your turn. What are you doing?
Would I know anything about the amulet? Or would I need to do a bit of research?
Which amulet?
This would be the amulet of proof against detection and location.
Let me pull the DMG up, because Danny don't know it. Okay, it's an uncommon item, and given what the purpose is, I would imagine it's probably not too hard to make. You would have enough knowledge of it, because like the theory of protection from detection, you could in theory make an item like this fairly easily.
Yeah.
With the cost requirements and the time. I would say, because it's only an uncommon and you're a stout knowledge of magic and magic items, you probably wouldn't even need to study it, you just need to gather the ingredients.
Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll carry on making one of the semi-stones tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll go back to Penelope Stores to swap the resources over from the rings to make the amulets.
Yeah, which is easy enough.
Yeah.
I'll say you're just able to do that. But yeah, so when the evening draws near... actually, Cass, is there any particular books you give Grey to read, or is it just a mishmash just to spend and have time? Cass?
You're back
She's
and
BRB,
that's-
yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I'm not reading them anyway.
Oh no, but I was just curious. But yeah, you all regather at the Blooming Tankard, and that's where you go for your evening meal. The pub is packed and bustling, and there is a large performance going on at the minute. And that performance is by good guy Raph, who has just come in and raided with 2 people. You beautiful little bastard, you. Hello. Thank you, man. Thank you for the raid. But yeah, so you guys enter the tavern and you can see that there is an elven woman currently dancing on a table with instruments being held aloft in the air and small arcane effects going on in different directions with mixtures of light, prestidigitation, and she's putting on a fucking performance of a lifetime. You
Can I do a look around when we get there?
Yes. Roll a perception check, and what kind of thing are you looking for?
I'm looking for the priests that are about to arrest her for using magic so blatantly.
Okay.
Or anyone who is looking uncomfortable at the massive show of magic.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely fine. Do it, man.
$15.
Okay. You don't pick up on anyone looking displeased or unhappy with the performance. If anything, she's got the attention of pretty much all the patrons who are enthralled and raptured by this, and given probably your astute knowledge of various bards and performers, a pretty damn good one as well, this woman is. And the performance goes for a few minutes after you guys sit down. Just let me quickly... So yeah, she's got short, red spiked hair, and she's wearing like, you know, like that ruffled white shirt type look. With leather trousers and then like a half skirt that's really colourful and flared that like flows around it and stuff. She's got a lute in one hand, and you can see a number of smaller instruments floating around her. And yeah, the performance goes on for a while and it's good, and then she will eventually step down off the table she stood on with applause and cheer and go and sit at a table with this really old, crusty looking dwarf. The music itself was talking about a hero of the town of Colossal Tega, going on about how a man named Nox single-handedly slew a kraken that attacked the shores.
Okay.
I was waiting for the surprised guest to pop up.
Yeah, we're all looking at.
No!
All I'm staring at Discord. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I was gonna say, like, I'm like, where is everyone? And you're all looking at Discord. Bless yous, bless yous. Don't like you're gonna psych yourselves out doing that, you know. But no, this lady sits down with what looks like a very elderly priest-looking dwarf, and like there's a small pot that's placed on the edge of the table, and a number of patrons go up and tip. It's mostly coppers, and only a few. There's the odd silver that goes in. And she's there, and she speaks a few moments with everyone that comes up, and, you know, she's looks very pleasant and stuff. So you guys spend the rest of the evening soaking up the atmosphere, eating, well, probably like a light dinner. And is there anything people want to do, or is it end for the evening?
Build and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What would I be doing?
Yeah, so I'd imagine after food you've probably gone upstairs and continued building.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
no.
Okay. We'll take a moment, because there's 2 or 3 things I need to ask Cass, and she's not here. God damn it, Rose. But no, I'll quickly take the time to say, good, Raf, thank you for the raid. It's massively appreciated, man. But yeah. This is so smain. I wonder if something broke. Maybe that's why she has to put BRB, because obviously she hasn't spoke, has her? I wonder if
Really
something
need to
went
come
pop.
back
I
in,
wonder if
yeah.
something
That
went
must be
pop.
her.
No, she's in, but she's muted. So I wonder if it's like.
Oh, no,
Either that or a phone
Come
call
back
like
in,
she had
yeah.
last time.
Oh well, that's true.
Hard to believe we're not the only people who want to talk to her every so often.
How fucking dare people? How fucking dare? That's all I'm gonna say. So Adam, Boomer's quick continuing the sending stone, and then swapping the rings to necklaces.
Yeah, because you'll go with Penelope's tomorrow and then swap more of the materials around.
Sounds good to me.
That's the idea, and then
Okay, Cass, thank you. I was waiting for you. When you were at the library with, because we've done a bit, we'll just quickly go back. When you were at the library with Greytail, was there any particular books that you were bringing to him, or was it just a mishmash?
I think it started off as Resurrection, as she noticed that maybe he wasn't too interested in that. She started looking for books on legendary monsters and that kind of thing. Like
Okay.
big things, punch.
If you have pictures,
Yes, just don't punch the books. They're very precious.
Yeah.
punch a book.
I don't know. You can hit with a book. Books are quite hardy,
Yeah, I
and
know.
they help.
And I go as if I'm about to throw one at her head. I don't.
She doesn't even flinch. Just smiles. But no, that's pretty much it. It's more, like I say, a bonding for the two of them.
Yeah, and then you guys all, because I'm assuming, like, basically the way I did it was you all eventually met back up to have, like, a late dinner at the tavern, then go into, like, evening stuff. The name of the tavern is Raid. What is it? Who is it? It is the Mind Players. Hello, guys. Thank you for raiding me again. It is appreciated. Like, that's the third session in a row now you've raided on. Hell yeah, guys. Sorry, I can talk because I'm just catching Rose up. So yeah, you guys went to the Blooming Tankard, and there was a large performance going on. The song being sung by a wood elf that it looks like to you, who was using heavily large amounts of magic, who looked very bardic in nature, singing a song about a barbarian hero by the name of Nox who slew a kraken single-handedly. Impressive.
I did just check in the Discord to see if there was another person in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Everyone looked for a guest NPC, but no, I tricked you fuckers. I'll quick and so yeah. Thank you for the 10 bits, Carol. Massively appreciate it. For the new people that have just come in, I'll reread the description of this elven figure and her comrade. So, the elven figure who was singing was short, red spiked hair, had like olive freckled skin, a white ruffled flowing shirt with leather trousers, and like like the half skirt things where it's like on one side and it flows like a big knee length skirt, but it's only on one side of on the hip. I don't know what the actual proper name of it is, but yeah, that has a lute as an instrument, and she sat with, after the performance, a very rugged, elderly-looking dwarven man in vestiges of some description, and people started tipping at the end of the night. Is there anything you wish to do during that time, like when you guys have all met back up for dinner? And you're in the, like, because this is the tavern. Essentially, is there any last thing you want to do before bed? Now everyone's together.
We hadn't got anything planned.
Sorry, Evan?
Yeah. Boomer's gone back up to the room, and he's continuing building the sending stones.
Sorry, I thought I heard Michael speak.
He said we haven't got anything planned.
Yeah,
Not
we hadn't got
particularly.
anything. No, we hadn't got anything planned.
Okay. The evening goes by. Everyone gets a really yeah.
Just gonna say, when Cass and Evan get to the room, I'll go from there, if that's okay.
Go for it. Go for it.
I mean, are you going to the room today? Like, the past couple of times you've run off and gone and done something else.
No, I always come back to the room.
Okay.
Thanks.
I solved the puzzle.
Okay. What is it then?
It seems to be locations of the teleportation circles that will take us to the alternative demi-plane.
Danny,
Yeah.
she also has. If those d20s are rolls for Spry, it's a Wisdom save, and she's within 10 feet of me.
I'm aware.
But before you rolled, I was about to say we aren't being listened into right now, are we?
I need to get some more. How much of that dust did you get, by the way? I can't remember. Let me have a look.
Yeah, check
I
your
believe you-
inventory.
Yeah, I believe you've got about 5 days worth of what you said.
Oh, I'm just trying to remember what. Non-detection. Bear with me. Just 1 second.
Like 25 gold's worth or something like that.
I just love the instant paranoia from Michael there.
Slime and dust. Yeah, 25 gold pieces. I haven't got
Just the
them in
instant
mind.
paranoia from Michael is amazing. Ah, bless you.
Maybe this isn't the right time to talk about it. I need
Probably not.
diamond.
Okay, because I could have sworn you said you'd got some before.
You have. I'm pretty sure you've
I think
got
I did
multiple
have them
uses.
down on my character sheet. Would you mind if I knock off 100 gold? Because I remember us talking about getting some, but I haven't actually like marked it off on my sheet or put any info on.
Go on then. Go on then.
But I will cast non-detection in a 10-foot square and step into it.
You do that.
I will put it in the chat for you.
I'd say I step in.
You target a willing creature or a place or an object no larger than 10 feet in any direction. For the duration, you hide a target that you touch from divination magic. The target can be a willing creature or a place or an object no larger than 10 feet in dimension. The target cannot be targeted by any divination magic or perceived through magical scrying senses. Thank you for the 4 bits.
I was about to say, I presume you cast this over your bed.
10 feet square and step
10,
in.
10 feet square, I'm guessing over your bed area, if this is going to be at the
Yeah.
night.
It's going to be in a position where both of you can step into it comfortably.
Yeah, I don't mean that, I mean because it's going to last for 8 hours, so...
Yeah, I'll put it on our beds.
Okay.
I assume the room isn't larger than 10 feet across. I mean, we're in a
It-
tavern room, it's not exactly extensive.
It is just by a little bit, but you can move the beds. They're not locked in place. They're freestanding 4-leg beds. You can just push them together if need be.
Cool. Push together the beds then.
Yeah, it's easy enough.
So, again, yes, I found the. I believe it to be locations of where we will be able to access, you know, the demi-plane where the Arcanists are currently. The Renegade Arcanists. Actually, they're a little less than Renegades. They're more. Renegade means that they're actually doing something
They've gone rogue from
better.
the established system, but given the fact the established system is their deaths,
Which I do understand and I appreciate, but there are better ways of doing it. You know, just murdering a whole city worth of people as a distraction isn't the right way of doing it.
no, I think they're a little bit bloodthirsty in that regard. Also, the fact of they don't seem to be caring about magical people in particular, given what they were doing to what we believe they were doing to Arval and Clarissa.
Exactly. And I mean, we have got some experience with people of their way inclined, shall we say.
Doesn't end well for them.
No, it doesn't end well for anybody. We will have to think about that a little more in the oncoming weeks, I do think. At the moment, we obviously have a bigger target to settle, but if it is that the revolution has begun, that's going to be dangerous in the long run.
No, so the map. So you say it's a map that shows passion circles.
I believe so, and I'll take out the map and kind of show it. I'll show him the place below Frostbit. I believe this is the location that
Yep.
we
I'll put the
went
map back on
into.
again.
So that's clearly the one that we discovered. I'm going to ask. I don't know. Greytail obviously has put forward his suggestion of us filling them in again. I still don't think we're ready.
I think we're in the situation now where they're going to start needing knowledge. The secret,
Yes.
the knowledge about Argyle and Clarissa are doing that, and the fact that they have decided to take notice of us. Meaning,
It's the time, right?
yeah, we're going to have to let them know.
I
But
think so as
again,
well. That they're now in danger. More knowledge will be better for them.
yeah, I think the main thing in the moment is that you and probably I are the only ones that they are aware of. But
In some form, I'm a little curious about something. I will admit it.
and that is
These are renegade, betrayers, terrorists.
Yep.
You know, there was something that kind of struck me earlier when I was, with Greytail, and my mind was, I'm focused on making him feel better about something. I don't know. Seems to be alright, but, he's one of those good fellows. So.
Yep.
But that's a different story. I think I find it a little odd that these are meant to be extremely powerful individuals, and yet they are using spells determined by Penelope, who is obviously a very intelligent person, but it's all about gaining more power.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yep.
Which we also found in that Phallus place. It was Phallus with a TH, wasn't it? I'm not
Yeah,
mispronouncing.
no, you're right. Yeah, Archmage
I
Thallus.
couldn't
Yeah.
check. My brain's going somewhere else.
No. Oh, fuck off.
Did you not realise?
Did you not remember you did that?
Phallus.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, Danny.
Doesn't put... Yep. Anyway, yes.
Oh dear.
So, information we
No.
found.
They can't be that powerful. If they were that powerful, you and I have both experienced people that have just decided to strike out and change a whole civilization. If they were powerful enough, they would have gone for the heart. This subterfuge and infiltration doesn't really make sense for me.
They have a few people who are strong like that. The majority of them aren't. Their stated goals are to claim magic beyond what we currently have access to, back to ways of old. Trying to
Well,
get
this is
that level, I'm guessing they've only a few of them at the top have the power. They're not going to share it amongst the full ranks.
no. Well, I've been thinking more on, the visit by Soa
Yes.
as well.
Which, by the way, she got Penelope reports. Sola got a right telling off for Her
See,
boss,
we can use that.
her bosses were not happy with her doing that.
Oh no, it's a
Hey,
cocky
the-
show of ego.
Oh yeah, it was a gut reaction, a bit of a cocky show of ego, but I don't think we can use that too openly. We can't
No,
use
no,
the
no.
knowledge, but like we can't use the knowledge that she got in trouble. We can use
No, I don't mean that. I meant we can use the fact that she's overconfident, has a
Okay.
massive ego, and thinks that she can smack people about.
Oh yeah, that we can use.
Exactly. In negotiations, she's showing her whole hand. You know, like a game of cards. She's literally displaying one card after another, and she can't bluff very well.
Mm.
She thinks she's hot shit, to be quite frank.
She thinks she is, but she's very eager.
She wants power.
They all do.
Oh, of course. I mean, you know, who doesn't?
But I think the main thing we need to know now is the fact that he's done that.
Yep, yeah.
Her bosses have, I'm guessing, told her to leave us alone for the moment. If she's
Why?
because she was drawing attention.
No, I mean,
Even by
I
interacting.
understand that they're trying to be sneaky so that they can obviously take control at the moment where the country is weakest. I mean, look at Malta Zora, for example,
Yeah,
in
their
recent
plan-
years.
yeah, their plans aren't ready to go yet, but a few people starting to discover what's happening and they can stepping on a few toes. If one of them turns around and makes too much of a fuss about it, people will start going to pay attention. But if it looks like a few rogue mages getting caught, it's nothing. If suddenly there's a retaliation for a rogue mage being attacked by other mages, that shows organisation. And the last thing that these people would want is to be shown to be a threat, otherwise that might be enough to get these three families to start arguing, start agreeing.
And that's a very good point, though. The Skjalls know what's up, right? They
okay.
understand, yeah.
They know something's happening, yes.
With the fact of Danvast, what we've discovered, the fact that these assassins
Yeah.
are taking out their players.
Yes, assassins using magic as well. Now, whether or not they believe it to be a group like this, or they believe it's another one of the families, is the thing. We just need to make sure, if we find any word of one family acting out over another, we do our best to find out if is them or someone
I think
saying
it's
a
very
name, and it's not being theirs.
well, we already know that the assassins are using their names.
Yep.
I mean, I think we need to get the others involved in this now. I think this conversation, we need more heads.
Mm-hmm. Want to grab
I've
it
only
now
got the
while it's
screen.
fresh? To grab it, yeah, I'd say to grab it now while it's fresh, so we don't have to use another spell later.
Yeah, I think that's best. I'll go grab them. Or
Yeah.
you can, because non-detection.
I was going to say you've got another 7 hours 55 minutes and about 30 seconds left of your non-detection. So yeah, you go and collect. Persephone, unfortunately, is in a non-functional capacity due to her excessive drinking, so she is left be. But Boomer, you're grabbed from your work. Grey, you're also grabbed from your slumber and meditation. And Dear, you're just grabbed.
Yay.
Everyone else is like, I'm doing something, and he's just like,
Yeah.
Liam's just there, like
I'm
Dear's
looking
just-
at my new bottles.
Yes, that actually, yeah. You bring both your honey whiskies, like one in each hand, because you don't want to put them down because they're new and they're cool, like what you did with the figurine.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you all gather in the room and you all see Cass there. You see the familiar spectral shift in the room where the non-detection that she cast before in front of you, so you are aware of it, is present.
Go in. Yeah. In.
In.
I mean, we did say
In,
we're
out,
all
in, out.
in bed, so like.
Yeah, you
just
all pile
sit
into.
down.
I'm gonna say you all pile into Cassie's bedroom. Cassie's on her bed waiting for all of you.
Oh.
In there you go.
Moving on.
I'm sorry, Boomer. What?
Nothing.
You're probably high off fumes. I think something was smoking in the room. Anyway, information. Now that we're not being listened into.
Yep.
The text that I had in Cass earlier turns out to be a map that Penelope got from Solasandra, the woman who came to visit us on Derek. This is
Maybe we should start at the beginning, Gavin, rather than the end.
that was kind of the middle, and then if they ask questions, we know where I'm missing information. I go all the way back to the
So
beginning.
literally, like, we've just got this thing from Solar Stranza for locations.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. I'm
Okay.
giving the story of.
It's right. You handle this then. It's fine. Go for it.
Don't worry, you'll cover the things I don't get.
No, it's fine. Honestly, don't lie.
Okay, so got a note from Penelope that she got from Solasandra when Solasandra wasn't looking. To do with, and it turns out to be a map, and showing them the map. It seems to be a map of their bases or teleportation circles. We believe that because, and I point towards the Frosselgir one. That was where we dealt with mushrooms.
Yep.
So we believe this is where they're acting on this plane. We believe that they are hiding their base in a different, on a different plane of existence. So we've got that. Keep you up to date with that, so we know what we know. We can't mention this or outside of this bubble or otherwise. There's a potential someone could listen in if we're too close to Cass when she says anything, or if they've got any of our identities. So only speak about this stuff inside this sphere of non-detection until Boomer gets the necklaces done. How are the necklaces doing?
Interfacing the rings. I'm about to swap over to necklaces tomorrow. Just need to get the materials.
Okie dokie.
I can make a start on first thing.
So we've got that. So any questions anyone had about anything going on so far? Now that we're free to talk.
Do we know what they
Priority
want?
game. Yeah.
So what?
Do we know what they want? Or are they
Apparently,
just kidnapping people at random?
apparently they're kidnapping magic casters. They are kidnapping magic casters. They are draining
That needs
them
to
of.
be
Yeah, they are draining them of their energy, their ability to cast spells to create. I'm not entirely sure why they're doing it, but they're draining the energy from them, letting them rest and then doing so the next day.
Do we know about the gems? She was buying a lot of gems, right? So it was.
Obviously,
Yeah.
obviously because as players you saw the NPC session, you know a little more. You saw her buying the gems, but you have no idea why.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Just wanted to
That's kind of why I stopped myself when she said "and making," I don't know what.
Yeah.
They seem to be doing something with magic they're taking from people. They seem to be invested in trying to.
Oh, we do know that they're draining.
Yeah.
No, going back to repeating what I just said.
Literally, Michael had just said it,
Yeah.
and I mean, literally just.
Well, I mean, like, my point is, we make the logical jump at this point. If they're draining magic casters, they've got to be putting it somewhere. Unfortunately,
Yeah,
magical energy, you need to expend it. It just doesn't. If it goes nowhere, technically, it's not energy.
They're making something, we just don't know what.
Yeah.
Back
All
to
their
the
magic
reason-
vampires.
They're probably
They
doing
could
either magic vampires or something just similar, or they are making stuff in a different way than Boomer does. But
There's potential.
either way,
Ooh.
they are. Don't start thinking about draining people for energy to make stuff.
No, still interesting though.
If you can think of a way to try and drain someone's magic to just disperse it, that might be useful.
Mm.
That sounds like a boom to me.
Yeah.
It's still
Probably.
quite dodgy. I do understand where you're coming from, Evan, but
Hey, we.
that gets into an eye for an eye
If we could
territory.
Yeah, if we
it's
can use
more-
their techniques against.
Yeah, it's more on the lines of we're not doing it to take anything. It's just, like a
Oh, this is the
gas
problem.
or
though.
a gas or something to make sure someone's if we throw a gas in to make sure someone's choking so they can't be casting spells.
I'm
That's
sorry,
something
am I sensing or feeling anything? I've got a very high perception of high insight. Am I sensing anything, Danny, at the moment with whatever you're doing?
Make a perception check. Why is everyone getting so antsy because I'm rolling dice?
Because you're
Danny,
rolling multiples
Guys,
one after
you, it doesn't matter what you're rolling. Players will always panic if the DM just starts rolling dice randomly.
That's fair. You do notice on the sill of your window on the outside that there is a small, looks like a small robin type bird sat there.
I immediately do the shush motion, with my head tilted away from the window so it shouldn't be able to see my face.
Mm-hmm.
And
It doesn't seem to be looking in the window when you saw it. It's just kind of sat it's kind of stood up, just when birds just they've got the darting heads and they're just looking around.
Okay, now that's just rude. Honestly, I'm kind of thinking just shushing me all the time. Yeah.
I'm just obviously going to go away from the window quickly and just cast Detect Magic.
You're just gonna
Step magic.
Yeah,
you're just casting it. Okay.
cast it and then I'm going to look towards the window itself.
Just have a quick little look round.
Yeah.
Obviously the room is laced with abjuration magic, I believe. Is it?
Yep. Well, yeah. There's 10
Yes,
foot areas.
there's the room's laced with abjuration magic because of the non-detection. Aside that and the party, and there is a huge arcane essence, 2 huge arcane essences coming downstairs. One of a divine nature, and one of a different nature, one that you're not familiar with, but they are extremely strong. Looking at the windowsill, no.
Nothing at the window, but there's a strong divination magic downstairs.
There's 2. There's one that's a strong
2.
divine, and there's another that you're not familiar with.
Yeah, there's a divine one and one I don't recognise.
Kind of swirling and a little bit arcane.
Could be.
Probably the dwarf and the elf downstairs.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I want
in terms of comparison from the auras that some of your more inclined to the arcane friends are, these are very strong. Very, very strong.
Okay. 1 second.
do I notice anything strange about the robin? Does it have something tied to its ankle?
No.
Is it just a bird?
It's just a bird.
Technically,
Doesn't appear to be magical from Boomer's Detect Magic. Doesn't have any weird markings outside of... it's very pretty feathers. It's like imagine a robin. You know, a robin's grey with like a red chest. This one's the grey, but it's got more like a teal chest. It's like really nice and pretty. Other than that, no.
That's it. Unless it was polymorph would show it up, would be shown up in detect magic.
Yeah, it would show up as conjuration, or is it illusion? No, it's conjuration.
Familiar would also be the same.
We just tap on the window. Does he scare it off?
The other.
There's not a
the
cat on the
thing I
window,
was-
no.
You tap on the window.
Oh, tap on the window. You
Sorry.
do you tap on the window?
Yeah.
Yeah, you tap on the
Scares
window,
off.
and yeah, it gets scared off.
So the only thing I was about to say, the only other thing is the detect magic would just sense a dead zone where non-detection is.
Oh,
Yeah. Makes sense.
It can be divination magic.
oh, of course.
Divination
Yeah,
magic,
yeah,
so-
yeah. So yeah, instead of abjuration, you feel like a dead zone where the non-detection is. You sense nothing at the window and the two large auras down from downstairs.
It's
Does you get any lingering sense of any previous divination magics?
Of any what?
Any previous divination magics?
No.
Like has something been trying to listen out?
Like a previously attempted scry spell that's
No. Thank you, Likely Buns Fury, for the raid. You beautiful bastard.
now that we're getting okay.
That is the 4th raid today. Like, fuck me. You guys are amazing. But no, there is no other magics. No lingering divination.
Oh, we
we're
managed to
good.
drive ourselves paranoid very quickly.
Yep.
But of course, it's not paranoia if they are actually out to get you. So, where were we before we were cut off?
Draining energy from spellcasters, possibly
Yes.
putting them into something.
Yes, that's what they're trying to do. There was a potential idea of, preventing magic casters from using magic against us. Shut it down very quickly.
I really don't want that idea. I understand if we can blanket it, but at the end of the day, this is going to sound really like. How's the best way to explain it? It's not going to sound very open about it, but I think that at the end of the day we should lead by example. If we start repeating the same things that they're doing, it might be that it might be okay for the right reasons, but at the end of the day we're just as bad as them. As soon as you start, you don't stop.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
this could end up turning into a war, and in the war we use what we have, and if we can use that ability against them.
Well, I do. I get where you're coming from completely. Don't get me wrong. I just think that if we start doing what they're doing, how long is it before that they then start saying, "Well, they siphoned magic"? We've got to play a hard. It's like a game, essentially, right?
Yeah.
All What's
Yeah,
really
but it's
this?
also a situation of we can't fight. We can't, just because we are the side we're on doesn't mean we have to fight with our hand tied behind our back.
Oh, completely. But then at the end of the day, we get it before it becomes a war. We need to play this very smart. At the end of the day, if we get to the point where we're in a fight, we have technically already lost.
Oh, that's how wars go. If you have to fight, you've done something wrong.
Exactly.
In the situation
So-
we're there, I would rather us have the ability to shut down an enemy caster, other than me tackling him and shoving something in and shoving a cloth in his mouth.
I mean,
and
it
getting
worked. It fucking worked.
It worked. I'm just more annoyed the fact that now I've figured out I could have just, bonked him in the face with a mace, and that would have done the exact same job. But it was a level 2.
Yeah. But you wasn't to know that, so you best take the precautions you do. It's better to overdo it than underdo it.
It's out of that, or we use
That's
something.
why we're paranoid, Danny.
Hmm?
Now you wonder why we're paranoid.
Danny never wondered why we were paranoid.
I never said why.
You're just making it worse now. Like, I'm on edge already. Right, okay. So...
Wait, why? What did I do?
Because we were having secret meetings and it looked like things were listening in to us.
But I rolled for the bird. That was it. That was the bird.
Why do you roll for a bird?
Because it was funny.
Because he wants to induce paranoia.
Oh, I'm doing birds.
Yeah.
I've done it about 5 times where you've got paranoid. And like...
Yeah, well, that's the thing. You need to
You kept rolling until it happened, which is a really weird DM thing sometimes.
who
Anyway.
said the dice rolls had anything to do with it? I was just fucking about with you.
I don't believe that for 1 second. Anyway.
Well, if we're not draining them in the magic, we need to be doing something to stop them from being able to cast.
We could do it around attack, but at the end of the day, that still puts us in a bad light.
How?
Well, unless we can get at least one of the clans to understand and side with us, what's not to stop them from saying that we were infiltrating them? I mean, our dear friend Boomer here uses some form of arcane magic. We both know that in political circles you can literally twist anything to make it either positive or negative on the individuals that you want to have. I mean, I've heard people spin all sorts of stories.
Yeah, and us creating a weapon that is anti-arcane in a country that is anti-arcane, and us getting punished for it.
Well, this is the problem. Yes, it's anti-arcane, but that's how they've ended up in this situation. Right?
At the end of the day, do you want to be alive or do you want to be dead but look like you're like the good guy?
Dead but look like I'm the good guy. Every time. I'm not a hero, but at the end of the day, I'm not the villain either.
Yes, and that's why I'm the... Yeah, that reminds me, that's why I am the bodyguard.
But at the same time, we can do something about this, right? We have been given this opportunity. For some unknown reason, the gods have put this in our footsteps because we are the people who can help. I mean, I know there's some form of free will, but at the end of the day, this is a path that we have been dictated to follow, just as every platform has previously.
Always there's 100 paths in front of us, just this is the one that seems to be the most tempting at the moment.
Exactly, but you well know that at the end of the day, this is... I don't know why, but it is our path.
Fate's sake as well.
Why would they put people like me and you in that path? Evan, specifically.
Maybe it's not ours to walk, but to aid. But either way, this is discussion that I frankly try to avoid all the time. Damn you for tricking me into it. I believe we were talking about the current threat to our lives rather than the reason they're in.
No. I don't mean anything to do with our home country. What I'm trying to say
I
is...
didn't mean that. I meant here, right now.
What do you mean?
Like, instead of trying to figure out why we're the ones doing this, can we just figure out what we're going to do whilst we're in this?
Well, it still leads me to the same point. What I think we should do, at the end of the day, they've gotten into this situation because of their hatred against magic. I'm not quite sure, because I'm not from around here, why they hate magic so much.
It's something we need to look into.
Well, this is it. If we can look into why they hate magic so much, either we can use it against magic casters in more of a unseen political war than an actual war to try and stop it from getting that. Because at the end of the day, we all know that mages are hell on earth to deal with. And mage fights are some of the scariest things I've ever seen in my life. But
Get up close, whack him in the face.
Yeah, but many times I've seen it. Well, we've been very lucky, obviously, but at the end of the day, you can always get close.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're very difficult and tricksy, but get close and they can't really stand up to a good hit face.
Yeah, if you can get close. Obviously, I know. Yeah.
And
I understand
given, and given our friend here, and given our friend Greytails, his ability to make people stop moving for a good few minutes.
You get a thumbs up and a wink.
And to ignore the fact that he's just giving me a thumbs up and a wink while we're sat around on beds.
Okay. Anyway,
Rude smiles.
next Tales of the Tundra will be my conversation of why Greytail and Evan would be perfect together. No, I'm kidding. I am completely kidding.
Good. Right, so
No, what I'm
No,
trying
I
to
just got permission to hit things till they fall over.
yep, that's always
And
a
I
I
am-
know, but you
I am
can
happy.
speak on a bed, like. No, I am seriously winding you up. I will stop. No, my point is, if we can either find the reason why they hate magic, we can use that to our advantage against the casters. Or if we can find why they hate magic, maybe we can resolve that. And then all of a sudden, what's the need for fighting? All of a sudden, they are casters that are trying to go beyond their level or something, like, you know, Thalos, or whether they are trying to still take down the
ruling plans.
I'm trying to think of the right word because I was going to say theological, but that's not what this place is about. It's just about non-arcane.
Yeah.
It's
so,
unlikely, but would I know anything, Danny? Why magic isn't liked?
Make
+1 in history, and it's not really a character thing.
make a
Or can you
make a history check with advantage because you're the
With
as
I am
weirdly
fine.
enough you're the only character from this country.
Oh,
Dear, you can make it flat as well because you're from the neighbouring country.
Neighbouring.
Oh, okay. Done. Where's Terry's? I've got to find Dave for a second.
that's another point. What is the, I guess these guys would know, but what is the neighbouring country's opinions of magic?
I got 0.
Wow.
incredible.
That question was to Greytail.
The neighbouring countries have a similar but slightly less extreme approach, but similar thoughts of arcane users. The reason why, at least what from bits you've heard, you've never been told it directly, but you've heard it in passing and through friends of friends and stuff. It's to do with the fact that for as going back multiple generations, so this is tales and things that have been told by like grandparents and stuff, that many arcane users for some reason come here rather than any other country, claiming that the land itself has enhanced properties for experimentation and the development of different research and fields. And there has been recorded a number of travesties and things that have happened that arcane users have caused in such like experiments and stuff. And a mix of this constant influx of wizards and stuff, the constant experimentation causing issues, has just over time warped into this hellish visage of arcane casters and users. The basic boil it down to is that there's something in the land that makes wizards and shit want to be here.
I pass on what I know then. Oh yeah.
Literally, you only got that much because of the 20, like one less, and
Yeah.
it would have been. You would have got some, but much less.
What do I know in my
Boom
email?
have.
Dear, my friend, you find out the most vital information of all. You know your honey whiskey?
Yep.
They're not corks in the top. They're screw lids.
Oh.
Yeah, both bottles don't have corks. They have little metal screw lids, which is like the first time you've ever seen that.
Yeah.
That's really advanced technology to make that. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Then
There's a reason why corks were about for a very long time.
yeah. So yeah, you remember that, and then also you remember that you were just asked a question.
Yeah. Oh dear.
But yeah, like you both these whiskey bottles in hand, you're like, wait, where's the cork? And then you kind of fiddle with one, and like the lid kind of like moves to the side. You think you broke it at first, but then you fiddle with it, and like the lid turns and comes off, and turns and goes back on. It's like, oh, this is like a new toy.
Oh yes.
I just imagine, like, throughout this whole conversation, like, I'm just imagining Deers just holding these two whiskey bottles in hand.
No, I imagine that sorry to make it a point of it, but like the screen, as it were, is focused on Deer trying to unscrew these, and just in the background hear Greytail explaining the scenario as he's just like,
Yeah.
Like super muffled.
No, what it is, I
Like
can imagine,
underwater.
the camera started on Grey, and then you can just see the top of his shoulder where it's panned to the side onto Deer, and like you say, yeah, it's all gone muffled. But we're all focused on Deer just... And the thing is, he's trying to open the screw lid with the hand that's still holding the other bottle, so you can hear the glasses chinking and tinkering as he's like trying to fuck with them, like tink, 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 tink. Which is kind of off-putting just a little bit.
Strange.
Would Boomer have noticed the change and shift in magic since he's been here?
Oh, shit, that's a good point. And since who's been here? Sorry.
Since I've moved for like multiple to this country, would I've noticed like the general like change in magic?
Not really, no.
No.
Good point. Good point. Both the bottles of whiskey that Deer's holding are magical.
What?
I've just remembered, like, because I've just remembered. Oh yeah, he's holding. They're conjuration magic. Both of them are.
Boomer's literally just points to the bottles.
Yeah, no, literally, literally,
Magic.
it's just fucking remembered because when Liam mentioned, like, what did he get? And then it's like, oh yeah, no. So you notice the dead magic, you notice the two auras downstairs, and you notice the two bottles of honey whiskey have conjuration magic.
Conjuration magic, the bottles of whiskey.
Not the actual bottle, but the contents.
Yeah. Dear, where do you get these from?
There's this place.
I will point out Woody because it's technically in non-detection.
But it's protection from divination magic.
Which detect magic is.
That's magic.
It's too late. I've said it. I will say that maybe Deer like accidentally moved it outside of the cone at some point. And you kind of caught a glimpse of it, and you're like, Deer.
No, I'm
Show
just
me.
going to remind you, Annie, because of certain other things. If it is that if it's someone trying to spy on us or do something else at the moment, I want
Yeah,
to
no.
basically be like, no, it can't. 'cause
No,
at the end of
it's
the day,
not.
a whole-
It's not. But no, like I'd imagine at some point, like he accidentally moved the bottle outside of it, and you just kind of catch like an aura, like a lighted aura, and he's like, and you catch. So that's how you see it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this is
That's one of-
conjuration magic, not divination magic coming from the bottles.
Conjuration. Pass one of them to Evan or Cass. We need to inspect it.
I'll pass it carefully.
Okay.
I tell him about the top.
Right.
I'm a drunk, and you know.
Can you not identify Boomer?
Have I got that spell?
You have used it
prepared?
before, but it's whether you've got it prepared or not.
If needs be, I can
Yes,
do it.
I've got it. And I'll start to I'll cast it as a ritual, this one.
And a spoon.
Well, you have to do that outside of the non-detect.
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah, literally, I can't believe I completely forgot. Like, oh shit, yeah, the two fucking whiskey, yeah. My bad,
Yeah,
guys.
I'll-
That was my bad.
Yeah. Okay, I'll head back to my room.
We can
Why don't you just cast
step-
it here without doing
we
a
literally
ritual?
just step outside the thing. That's it. yeah.
Take 6 seconds.
No,
No, it
still
takes
6
minutes to identify. Oops.
Oh, what's this? I'll cast it now then.
You cast detect. No, identify.
Identify, yeah.
Okay.
Identify, but he steps outside.
Yes.
outside
Yes.
the
No, that's fine. You get visual flashes. Sorry, the TV just went really fucking loud then. So yeah, you get flashes of like someone drinking it, and then like you get like that elation, that really nice feeling. Then you see that person go to sleep and have a terrible, terrible night's sleep, and he's constantly waking up in sweats and fear, like he's having severe nightmares. You get the name of this whiskey is Nightmare Whiskey.
Nightmare whiskey.
Essentially, once drank,
Ooh.
any creature that drinks it on their next long rest will experience nightmares depicting severe fears to the person.
Does it give them exhaustion, as in they can't sleep properly, so they have a point of exhaustion?
It's more of a flavour thing. But yeah, you are currently in the presence of 2 bottles of Nightmare Whiskey.
Ew.
I'm fine for that.
One doesn't have
Yeah.
that shopkeeper.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think they're shocked.
Sorry, you carry on, Adam.
I think the shopkeeper's out for you, dear.
Oh dear.
Yeah, you remember, dear, that the shopkeeper said that these bottles were given to them, but they don't drink whiskey and was selling them on.
Ah.
Thank you, Stu.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Literally, I'm gutted. No one. I'm fucking annoyed at that detect magic because it's like I was expecting Liam to just say, "Oh, yeah, dear, just takes a drink of it one night," and he's just like, "Ooh, let's get you, motherfucker, you bastards."
Uh-huh.
I'm going to point out we should probably start watching, the people handing us things. It might not actually be a problem, and we might be, overly cautious. But I don't know, I've just got this sense if, some randomer just handed you over that bottle of whiskey, what's not to say that somebody disguises themselves
He
and
bought
you a bottle of
No,
wine,
he
we drink it, so
he
they're
bought it.
poison.
Cass.
Yeah, I know, Danny.
Oh, okay. No, he did.
I'm
He
making a
did. I know, but he did. He did say he bought it.
It has been Zoltan.
Just mean, I've heard of tales in the past of people assuming that what they have given has been one thing, and only to be found out it is another. Sometimes too disastrous. AKA Rose remembers one time in another campaign. I assume that there would be stories about that kind of thing.
Of course.
Danny knows what I mean, right? Michael also probably knows what I mean.
Okay.
I might start looking into that, maybe. I did have it whilst we were in Fossilgard, but I can stop using it again. Oh. What kind of levels of paranoia are we about to go into?
Are we already?
No, we can go further.
You're just the start of it.
Oh yeah, this is just the start. If you think about it, at the end of the day, this individual, it will try it. Eventually, we're going to become a big enough of a problem that they'll try to take us out, and we need to be on the full alert.
Yes. It might be an idea.
Sorry?
You first.
I was just going to say, tomorrow I can use magic essentially to check what we're eating isn't poisoned or drink.
Mm. Good idea. And if needs be, I do have an alarm spell, just in case we have any unwanted visitors.
That's a good idea. Oh, we should probably start sleeping in one room.
Yes.
Can I try to do something?
Yeah.
Can I cast Purify Food and Drink on my whiskey, see if that helps at all?
It's not going to be alcoholic anymore.
Well, hang on. Let me.
I'll put towards the food and drink. I'll put it in the chat so you can see it.
Oh, thank
Oh my
you.
god.
No,
I've
it
been
won't
saying-
work. It's
I've been-
not. It's non-magical. It's not non-magical. Sorry. So no, that wouldn't work. Well, you cast it.
Bad
And it
idea.
Well, technically, because in a lot of our campaigns, I don't know if this is right for you, Danny, but we treat alcoholic content as a poison.
Technically, yeah.
But it's not.
It's
what
magical.
This is. It's not a magical essence.
The thing is, it's that there specifies
I mean,
all
it's-
non-magical. This is
Yeah.
magical.
Yeah. Because in the past, we have done lesser restoration on
Drunk.
hungover individuals.
That
I could go and use. Technically, I could go and use the last 5 points of my lay on hands on
Persephone.
Stephanie and have brought her into the conversation.
She deserves it though at the moment. I know that sounds really harsh, but she's got to learn that there are actions to her, the choices she makes. There are consequences to her actions. That's what I was trying to say.
I say, hang on, let me just 1 second. No, they're still full, but you sound drunk.
That's more of a Rose thing than a. Really?
Anyway.
Yep.
But yeah, Dia, you
Where are we
cast Purify Food and Drink, and you don't feel like it's worked. The properties, and it hasn't changed any properties at all. But you still, you cast it, and it doesn't work.
Never mind.
So we need to find out more
you tell you.
information about if we can move the plot along.
Yeah. So,
If we need to find out more where we're
about
going.
what- Well, we need to know what we're doing next. We also need to find out more about why
What they're trying to do.
the everyone hates arcane casting so much.
Why arcane casters are coming to these lands.
Yeah, why
What
they're
is it
doing,
they're
yeah, why
researching?
they're searching for. We also need to be looking to. At the moment, looking like we're going to have to be stopping them because currently what they're doing is too hostile of an action
Mhm.
to be overlooked. Also, the fact that they're gunning after us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's so weird to use that as a term, gunning after us.
I mean, after I was sending messages, I think they've kind of picked up.
Yeah, they probably
We
weren't
also need
aware of
to-
us before. They are now.
Yeah. We also need to find out how they're doing the siphoning. If we can stop that siphoning from taking place, it would reduce their power levels down dramatically. I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to go into a fight with someone who's using potentially up to, what was it I think you said, Evan? 12th level magic? Or something along those kind of lines?
That's with it. I have no idea. I don't know how far we used to be able to go.
It was. I was trying to be nice.
You're the scholar.
I know. It was in the book that Fellas had. I'm kind of making.
But I
fiction
barely got a
because
chance
we-
to read before it got fed to the dogs.
Yeah, I know you're
I
still
like it,
upset about
Koji.
that.
Well, we've got a load of books from that one research place. We can
Yeah,
see if there's
Temple-
anything
yeah,
there that
Temple of
matches.
Mistral, we should
I think that's a good plan.
Yes,
I
I think a
think
load of
we
books from the
researched
goddess of
for it.
magic, though, we should probably do with some research.
Mm-hmm.
We do that. I'll see about doing that. Boomer's probably going to spend some time baking.
I have a quick question because I can't remember. I don't know if this happened last session because I can't remember and I want to hear. I mean, I have watched the session, but it's a different story. Has Evan told Cass yet about the fair?
What?
I think you were the only other person that knew.
No, I don't know if I know that that obviously Argyle and
Oh, about that. Yeah, no.
oh,
Yeah, it's not
I
nice, is it?
didn't. Oh no, I don't care. I find it interesting. So we have a bit of a time limit on us as well. I suggest that tomorrow we begin research. Now I know it's not going to be everybody's favourite thing, but it's necessary in this circumstance. The more of us that read, the more of it ground we can cover.
I moved to exempt Boomer from the research.
I will help Boomer.
I didn't say we
Thank
help,
you.
I just said
Yeah, would it make it quicker?
Yeah, I was going to ask, could I have some help to try and make the ambulance a bit quicker?
I'm sorry, I do have a quick question, Boomer. What is it that you need help with?
It's just the fact there's that many of them I need to make. I just need assistance to speed up the time.
And you're a proficient user of, you know, the tools that Boomer uses. for
Yes.
Thieves' tools, so I can do bits. Maybe. I don't know, it's up to Danny, really. How much help have I been in the past?
You've probably been the bare minimum of help.
No, I will do research then. If it's not going to make it any quicker.
No, I'm thinking as well, could you, Boomer,
Mm-hmm.
keep Persephone with you?
Yeah,
Is there
I'll
some-
keep.
By her.
I'll try to keep her busy. Unless I just give her one of the bottles of whiskey.
No.
No.
probably
Like-
the best. Actually, no, that would probably be the best way to get her to give up drinking.
So I know she's going to go off the rails a little bit, and obviously, Evan has taught me the error of my ways of trying to stop children before they start drinking, but, you know, she's doing it now, so she needs to learn.
Yes.
Said
Mhm.
one of the those bottles of nightmare whiskey. If we don't let her know about it, so that's what you get. That's what you.
That seems a little cruel, like, a headache is enough.
You wanted to live like you wanted to be tortured for an entire day, or just guard so she'll never do it again.
Who are you sometimes?
Sorry, I'm sort of in the warrior's
Who are
mindset.
you?
You don't. I'm in the warrior's mindset. You don't normally see this side normally. This is the war room.
No, I mean, it's fascinating. I can still see you in there. It was just. Usually it's, you know, slaughtering enemies in your path as you stride forward on the battlefield. Instead of you trying to scar children, essentially. Different.
Everything's a battle. You get it in a certain way.
I will say it's probably about this point, Boomer, that the detect magic does fade off. The conjuration, the dead zone, the auras, your friends, for what once,
Yeah.
it all fades away.
Yeah, nothing else has happened since then.
No, none that you've seen.
No.
So we will buddy up then. Again. So, Boomer and Persephone tomorrow will continue the work on the non-detection, which should then free us up to be able to talk a little bit more.
Mhm.
And then obviously I can give my ring to another individual.
Yeah, you get the
And-
necklace going. You get at least one.
Yeah.
How long are you going to take you to get one of those necklaces done?
30 hours. What I'm going to try to do is as a bulk thing, to try and shave
Does that-
the time off.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Mm.
If you're going to cause issues with those necklaces that we cannot afford,
Yeah, I'd prefer you to at least get one done right first, and then
Okay.
if you can get
Yeah.
if you can find times where you can bulk get things ready.
Yeah,
if
that's
you-
what I was thinking.
Like if you're preparing the necklaces, like you get the carvings in, but you don't need to do the enchantment.
Enchantment.
So it's like if you can get all like 6 necklaces all sorted, well, all prepared for the next step, but not ready yet. That ends. But don't sacrifice it to try and get at least one done first.
Also,
Yeah.
don't sacrifice. Obviously, maybe the magic might go a bit higher if you can do it properly. That will mean more than being able to get 7 necklaces done, half-assed. To be frank, does that make sense?
Yeah, I'll try and get at least done properly.
Cool. Greytail and Dia, I've got a little bit of a mission for you. Over the next week, we are obviously... It's going to take us about a couple of weeks to do this, and we're going to have to blast through it. Could we set you up as supply routes for us?
Pizza.
Runners.
Yeah.
So you don't need to do research. You need
Supplies.
diamond dust, supplies essentially, so we can do this as quickly as possible because it's going to take us 30 hours. So there are 6 of us in total, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to request a 7th, and that's just for Joseph because at the end of the day, if we're having conversations with him about, as we already have begun to do, Evan, correct? Because he's doing his own missions, I would like for him to have one as well. But obviously, us 6 covered first, and then tinkering away until we meet Joseph again, if that's okay with you, Boomer.
Who's going to be having the ring?
As and when
Or
I think.
It does, as we explained earlier, have the potential ability to trap any of us within that ring.
If Joseph is only going to have it on when he's with us, he can have it on. He's not going to die having a conversation with us. I hope.
Potentially.
We'll see what happens when in the process, so we'll be ready for the next thing.
Yeah.
But it's 180 hours. We also have to sleep and eat during that time frame. So if we drop it down to 14 hours per day, with obviously 8 hours for sleeping and 2 hours for various, bathroom breaks, eating, breaks, that kind of thing, you might need to stretch your legs. That still gives us a total of well over 10 days. Let me calculate this. I assume that we could do 14 hours per day, Danny.
Yeah, I'd say 14 hours a day would be feasible, given 8 hours of sleep and then maybe like a couple of hours leisure and food and stuff. Yeah, it's possible. It's you are pushing it to the limit.
Oh yeah.
So,
And thinking about it,
We want
Boomer,
to-
I would say, given you are making multiples of the exact same magic item, I will allow, similar to your alchemy, you know how you can bulk make it, but rather than just add an hour per extra one, add half the time per extra one. So 30 hours for one. So 30 hours for the first one, and then 15 hours for each additional, if you sort them all at the same time. So basically,
That's what the idea.
everyone after the first one is half time.
Yeah, that's what we're kind of saying. Of like, okay, so there's he has to do an engraving.
Yeah, so he does.
Capacity.
So basically,
so he does all 6 rather than.
Yeah, so 30 hours plus 15 hours for every additional, if you make them all in one go.
The necklace, though, and its abilities, or will it be exactly the same?
It will be the exact same.
The exact same.
I just want to double check.
No, I'm just being fair because he's making exactly the same item. I'm going to allow it. If he was making a ring, then a necklace, then this, then no, that doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically like if you were doing a bulk batch of cooking.
Exactly.
basically.
Yeah. You mix all the batter first, then you put it
you
all
do
in the.
all in
Yeah.
one section.
Yeah. It's not going to affect anything. It's not going to affect anything like that.
Do we want to spend time on the derrick? It's going to be a bit more private, and we won't have to pay for a room. We may have to pay docking fee for staying.
We do need to get, though, if you wouldn't mind, Greytail running out, and I'm going to suggest that we take money from the party fund at the moment to get bulk orders of this, obviously. This kind of thing, the diamond dust, because if not, I'm going to run out of money very, very quickly. And do have plans for that.
Yeah,
So.
give me a list and
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah, so based on the ring, the amulets are 7 people.
Not the ring, the neck.
Yeah, the amulet.
Yeah, make 6, and then we'll think about the 7th after.
Yeah, which is 105 hours. So at a rate of 14 per day, we can do.
Yeah, 105. Yeah. The only difference is doing it this way as well. Whereas obviously doing it 30, 30, 30, like at each 30 increment, 1 necklace will be done. None of the necklaces will be done until the 105 is.
7.5 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
7 days and 7 hours. It's specific.
Yeah.
So we need to ensure that we've got food for Derek for that amount of time. Food for all of us for that amount of time.
We have.
Uh,
Yes, we do not have the rooms for that amount of time, but we can.
I think if we stay on the derrick, it's going to be a lot more private.
You
and-
only have docking fees and rooms paid for tonight and the tomorrow.
Yeah.
But we can keep
so-
paying docking.
Wait, aren't we in
Which was
Castle
fucking-
Tiger?
Yes.
So
Then
we
we
get free food.
get food and everything, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
Free of charge.
Yeah.
Okay. That solves that problem. Cool. On Derek then, I
Neat.
guess.
No, I'm guessing that would. While we can get that, I'm probably sure that we won't be able to do that unless we're paying for the inn. For the
No,
room at the inn, at least.
Rose is referring to the writ where any and all food and drink costs are to be charged to the Skjalls on behalf of the work you've done for them.
Okey-dokey.
It do,
I just didn't.
Yeah, no. Literally, you can go anywhere and purchase food and basically charge it on the Skjalls credit card. That you've got Daddy's credit card. For food and drink only though.
Yep,
So what it
okay.
is, when it comes to, okay, so you've had 10 meals, this is the bill. You show them the writ, and then they'll charge it back to them.
Okay.
So then, like, the Skjalls will get a note saying, you owe this to this shop for these people or something.
So technically, I should have been
Rations
paying.
could have been free.
Yes,
Yes, rations are free.
We need
Damn
to
you,
remember
Danny.
that one then.
I've been paying for them the entire time.
I know. And I haven't stopped you.
Fuck it.
Now you know.
They're not expensive.
Nah. Do that. So we'll try and. So it's done-
And before you
done
ask,
stuff out.
no, Derek food is still cost because it's not
Doesn't come
food.
as food.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, I was like, I wish we could, but we won't.
Yeah,
be able
no. I thought
We
I assumed someone would think that, so I wanted to say it.
Let's say we have a $2,000 charge for food that comes from a logging company.
Yeah, that's sus.
Gonna ask questions, yeah.
Good news is we're able to move really fast. In other slightly related news, here's also a ship that eats. So, be careful.
I guess it would equal to the same amount of like having a crew and all that.
Yeah, well, that's the benefit because obviously you guys don't need any crew.
Yeah.
It self-propels.
And self repairs.
Yeah, it does.
Mm. So are we sorted?
I think so. So yeah, we can rest up here for the night, get everything sorted, and then prepare to take some time researching, going through what books we have, or going around and asking about town. Probably going to ask a couple of priests. Somebody just left, came back.
Hello?
Hello, Lou.
No, wait a
Have you been trying to say
sorry.
something for ages?
No, I missed it. Went for a second.
Oh,
That was a
okay.
bit-
Oh, it's alright. I thought you'd been trying to say something and couldn't speak.
No, I'm fine. Just gonna hear anybody for a few minutes.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah, I think we will take a rest and then move on to montage of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say the only thing is, would it be something, Cass, for you to possibly be using if we're doing book research and stuff, maybe so
Yeah.
often breaking out enhanceability.
Wow. Yes. I think I'm going to do that. And I can also, every now and then, I can't do it very often, but, oh, if someone needs it to, I can give them a bit of a boost. A bit of guidance, shall we say.
You give
Yeah,
Boom a guidance
absolutely.
once a day.
I'm going to change my spells, if that's okay, Danny?
You do that.
Cool.
So is the discussions drawn to a close? Do you all stay in this room to sleep, or do you go back to your respective rooms that you paid for?
I'm going to need some more diamond dust if you want me to keep on throwing at non-detection.
Shouldn't need it now that we're done discussing, I don't know.
Yeah.
No, if we're doing a book though, someone can still scry on me. Let's see what I'm reading. But yeah, it's up to you completely.
So yeah, are you splitting back up, or are you staying all in this room to sleep?
I'll go back to my room.
I'd say keep them out.
Do you want diamond dust now, or can it wait for tomorrow? Actually,
Oh,
I'm
can
shutting
wait
it.
time.
Oh no,
Yeah.
this is like midnight.
But I'm guessing they're
Yeah.
montaging.
Yeah, like I was gonna say, yeah, this is in the dead of night. You guys listened to the performance, had food, went to bed, then got all dragged together.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Time skip.
the morning comes. You are all fully rested. You'll make your way downstairs and have breakfast. The performer and friend are still there. They're in the middle of the room. This time you guys take the same seats you did the night before. Food is nice. It's like a pan-seared mushroom frittata almost. And it's got like some seafood on it or in it. You can't quite tell. It's really fucking nice.
Did you just say it's a mushroom and fish dish?
Yes.
Sorry, mushroom, fish, and egg dish.
Yes, I did.
Oh, you're right. That was horrific.
I'd eat it.
I mean,
I think Cass has lots of appetite.
No, if it's like, I can understand having like mushrooms. I don't like mushrooms personally, but I can understand having those in like an egg dish.
oh no,
But mixing
personally.
fish and egg is weird, mate.
No, it's not. I've had fish omelette before.
Mm.
It's actually quite nice.
Tuna.
I hate mushrooms, so I can't comment on that bit.
So, ugh.
But it's surprisingly nice for some of you. Others are repulsed. It's up to you how you take it. Cass, you do actually notice as well, given passive and stuff, you notice that the old dwarf, like, because you catch him casting a spell, and that's what immediately makes you look like, what's he doing? And you realise that he's blessing the food that both of them are eating, but you notice that the vestiges are for Moradin. I'm giving you that because of his passive perception and religion. But yeah, it's the symbols of Moradin. And he blesses and casts over the meals and stuff. And yeah, that's the only reason you notice it, is because 21 passive perception.
He still hates that.
Just wait. Just wait. Till I hit 26 passive perception. It'll be
Yeah, I
happening
know,
soon.
I know. But yeah, like, it's just like a little flavour. It's just a flavour point out that you notice obviously the deity of his, and that he's blessing food and shit.
Technically, you could already kind of go up to 26 if you have advantage on your perception.
Mhm.
The +5. To
If I'd got enhanced ability up, yeah. But yeah. I'm not going to be doing enhanced ability for that anyway, it's going to be intelligence.
But I'd love how Danny would freak out at a 31 passive perception.
Just show me the
Yeah.
world, please.
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
see through
Cass just turns into CCTV.
It just literally becomes one of them. Mr. Manhattan. Is it Mr. Manhattan?
I don't know.
Dr.
Dr.
Manhattan.
Manhattan.
I mean,
Dr. Manhattan. Yeah. It just becomes
And-
omnipresent.
and because of your silly passive, you would even notice that they're not eating the same food as you guys. They're eating much, much better food.
I'm sorry. What was the great thing that these guys did?
They were showing off magic performance, was it?
Yeah.
Last night she was performing an epic ballad using a number of magical spells to enhance the performance and seemed to be extremely popular, to the point where after the performance there was like a queue of people like giving tips of like a few coppers.
Sorry. What kind of magic?
Arcane.
Bardic.
Yeah,
Bardic.
Bardic magic. Yes, she was doing arcane magic in broad daylight, and nobody had a problem with it. So
Yeah, do we want to
Huh?
warn them that that might not be a good idea?
they're
maybe
from
they're
out of town. They're probably a bit. Actually, they're probably more lenient here, given the fact they have so many foreigners.
Yeah, but if they're about to go on tour, they might find
Move on.
themselves up in a prison
They
cell.
could be on tour, or they could be one of the visiting ships and about to leave again.
I'm sorry, do you not want to have a chat with them? Is that what you're trying to say, Evan?
I thought we were doing research all day today.
We are.
Well,
3 seconds.
We can
out.
just mention it as we walk past them.
Yeah, just.
Kind of.
Are you from out of town? You might want to watch out for this, this, and this. Thanks. Come on, Greytail. You go and do it then.
Yeah. So as I'm walking out,
Mhm.
kind of lean over. It was interesting display. Seemed to go down well, but other parts of this continent are not happy with magic. You might want to keep it subtle, if not hidden completely.
Oh, Greytail, your name was?
Uh-oh.
Is that what you said? No.
If you overheard her, then yeah.
No, I thought you said my name. I thought you said your name.
No.
Oh shit!
No, I
No,
gave the name.
sorry. No, that then. Oh, thank you for the warning, but we have lived here in this city now for a couple centuries now.
Oh, okay.
I
It's just
appreciate your
Irish.
concern.
I assumed you were a travelling bard group. But just, well, if you know, then
You know.
I can sleep easy.
No, I
See what they
appreciate
do
your
to-
warning, but no. Like I said, we've been here. If anything, we've been living in this tavern for, or would you say, Vim, about 80 years now? And Vim will reply with, yeah, it's been about 8 years or so. Fuck me, I can't remember the last time. When did we have our house again? Back south? And then they'll have a quick back and forth where you'll overhear the fact that they once owned a chateau south in deeper inland. Yeah, but no. Thank you for your concern, but it seems that the type of magic I do and show, or maybe given the things we have done here in the town, we don't ever get pestered with troubles here.
Can I just do a quick
And she'll
insight
yeah,
check?
do it. And she'll quickly just hold out her hand, just very delicately, like with palm up, like semi-ladylike, but also not at the same time. Let me quickly check her name. My name's Mela. And yours?
Great.
Do you receive the hand and shake it?
Yeah, I shake the hand, yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful. This here is Vim. Our full names are... Well, my full name is Mela Maisia. And this is Vim Mural. Yeah, you pick up nothing from these two, Boomer. They're very complex
Yeah.
people.
He's just a bit suspicious.
Yeah,
with
like,
obviously what
you-
the type of magic you
Um,
found last night.
Mela speak, because obviously with elves they kind of don't visually change too much, but Mela speaks as if she's someone much, much older than she is, and the dwarf visually looks in his latter years.
Yeah.
He's I never actually gave you the description of Vim, so allow me to do that. So Vim is short and stocky, with a mostly grey braided hair and beard with patches of black, weathered, wrinkled face and brown eyes, and he's in cream and teal vestiges featuring the symbols of what Cass knows as Moradin, the god of creation for dwarves.
Oh, pleasure to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you, no? I take it, considering your kind warning, you're not from around here, no?
I'm from around the continent. I travel.
No, that is, it's a fine.
More from the north, I think. Where's this?
This
We
is the
are
north.
most northern
We are
point.
north.
You're about to
A
say.
bit further south. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Which town, if you don't mind me asking? We've been pretty much most places, at least before. I'm talking
Well-
over a century and a half ago.
All of them. I just keep moving around. Not
Okay.
really from anywhere.
A wayward gypsy, no doubt. This is very interesting.
I suppose. Or nomad. Is that the right word?
One and the same. I was trying to say nomad, but I couldn't think of it, so the closest I could say was gypsy, which is pretty much the same.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you must have a busy day.
Mhm.
So you seemed only wish to pass on this warning, so thank you. But it is not needed.
Good to know. No,
Fa-
quick polite bow and
Have a good
Head
day,
off.
Great Hale, and may fortune favour you.
yeah, I wander off.
Yeah.
Kind, we were nice, and that was it.
From what you gleaned off them, Gray, they are very nice people.
Legit, honest.
Yeah, seems it. They seem extremely
Fair enough.
nice. The dwarf probably... luckily, he seems to have gone into... You know where old people go into that either really cranky or really nice and kind type of old person? Yeah, the dwarf fell on the nice side. Like, he's not a cranky old dude. He's like a really nice one. So yeah, Mela and Vim. They're the two.
Cool. They won't come back to bite us in the arse.
And as it's probably famously clear, cleric and bard.
Yeah.
What was that?
But yeah, more for...
Okay.
Oh, Rosie's BRB. I was going to say what... I was going to... Yeah, don't matter.
Only on a couple of missions.
So yeah.
Yeah, Boomwood has shot off, but not long after that,
Usual wolfing part.
do a couple of irons.
I like how Rose put in the chat, accent alone. Literally, any twinge of French accent, she panics, bless her. It's just, what is she, it's like, what has Cass got against the French? God damn it.
The French. Oh no. Elves with their genetic French accent, so the dwarves with their genetic Scottish accent.
Yep, because
Holy
D&D.
Because D&D. Yeah, I'm not going to finish that one.
Stereotypes.
Blame Tolkien.
Pretty sure it's not Tolkien's fault, but yeah.
No, it's very much the fans' fault, but what can you do?
I was about to say, if we were to blame Tolkien, technically we should be blaming the people who wrote all of the... I think it was Beowulf, actually.
Yeah.
Because Tolkien nicked quite a few of the dwarven names from Norse mythology.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll put mods on, but that's about it.
So, I'll fill Rose in when she gets back, but is there anything you want to discuss about that, or do you want me to just move you guys on to what you're going to be doing for the day?
Just cue the music and montage.
Montage. Montage?
Montage.
What's a montage? Yay. So yeah, Gray, you're going to be supply running. Boomer is booming. Dia, what are you doing?
I think
Boom's
she's
doing
on
other stuff as well.
Iron as well.
Okay, well, okay. Greytail, what is it you're doing?
Well, me and Dia were given a shopping list, I believe.
Okay.
Or will be.
I will say you've already been given it, but yeah, we'll have to wait for Rose to know exactly what the contents is.
All I also said was diamond dust, but I assume there's other stuff.
Yeah, there's going to
And
be.
then it'll be maybe food runs.
Boomer?
Would have obviously gone to Penelope, pick up the supplies as well as the sending stones.
Easy enough to do. Is there anything you're doing
Yeah.
for like the actual day?
Before I start work on the amulets, I'm actually going to the post office.
Of course, yes, because now you have.
Actually going to post it.
Yeah.
It's going to take, what, a year to get there, near me?
Let's figure it out.
Oh.
Why is the map not? Is the map? Oh, okay, the map's not blurry.
I can see them now.
Yeah, I just want to double
Why is the
check.
map not mapping? Oh wait.
Yeah, that's basically what I wanted to do. So, yeah, from here to there.
Let's look around as well.
Yeah, because it's got to go to Sahildanas. Oh no, not Sahildanas. Forget the name of the town that's in the bottom here.
Southwest, yeah.
Yeah. Then, so yeah, that's 2,690 miles by boat. Then,
Yes.
another 300 miles on land. So, hang on. We'll just do it as flat numbers. So 2,600 divided by 5, because it's about 5 miles an hour. So, in a day, you could do about 150, we'll say. So that's 17 days. Actually, that's actually not that bad. 17.3 days on boat to get to the port of Maltasora. Then you're probably looking at about a week and a half to 2 weeks on top of that. So add 14. So it's about 31 days, actually.
That's not too
That's
bad.
actually not that bad at all.
I would have pulled you up on that because obviously Boone was on a boat for a couple of weeks while travelling down here.
But that actually tracks pretty fucking well.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, because boats can move, depending on the size, about 5 mile an hour. So 5 times 24, assuming they've got crew to run night and day, which they most likely would. Yeah, it's going to be 17.3 days, so 17 days and what, 8 hours? Yeah, 8 hours to get to port. That's also assuming as well they don't deviate to any other countries on the way, which they probably do. But obviously that's not for you to decide or to know. That's for whatever ship your package gets put on. No, I've put you on the wrong map. Hang on. There you go. Hang on. So yeah, you can visit the post office.
Yeah. And one of the sending stones.
Yup. So let me check, because I'm pretty sure there is a postal service thing, and I don't know.
With it being obviously the main port as well.
We'll go off messenger, so it's 2 copper a mile. So that's 5,600. No, 5,200 copper. So that's 500. So it's going to be about 50 gold to send it.
That's not bad.
Pretty cheap as well.
Because you knock 2 zeros off to turn it into silver, then to gold.
I haven't got the thing yet.
Are you going to be doing it, my friend?
I am. I'm going to send you one of the sending stones.
Beautiful. So yeah, from your rough estimations, about a month.
Mm.
It's going to take. And I'm not going to dick you. I would have assumed you put notes on it all saying addressed to the attention of, and where it's got to go
Yeah.
specifically.
I would have a backup recipient if case it couldn't get to the main one.
Well, obviously you don't know if they're reciprocating packages and stuff. You can't exactly call ahead and check. Not yet.
Yeah.
But it has been sent, or at least it's sat in the dock waiting to be put on a vessel that's going in that direction. And we'll see.
Nice.
Evan,
Yep.
what are you doing?
Believe that would be. Cass and I will probably be hitting the club. Though, if the Great Tail comes back and mentions they're doing that those two have been here for a while, I would probably wouldn't be at the beginning, but I'd probably go and speak to those two at some point, probably towards the end,
Those two.
Sorry,
Bard and the
Bard.
cleric.
Oh, okay. It's alright, because for some reason my mind went to Deer and Greytail for some reason.
Nope. No, I would probably go and speak to them and ask them for a little bit more if they've been here for a while.
Historic knowledge, yeah,
Yes.
fair enough.
Yeah. No, that's a great show.
Hmm.
But we'll do that now again, and obviously we can catch Rose up on all of that information. So everyone at your table leaves. I'd say Cass probably stays behind, and you would probably go over and introduce yourself. Oh,
Apologies for disturbing your meal.
it's not a problem. We often have many people come and speak with us. We have time for it. How can I help you?
I have some questions about.
Oh, hang on. Rosie's back. We'll quickly fill her in, because literally that was just about to start. Rose?
Yeah?
Greytail went over and basically gave a polite warning to the two. The two were like, thank you, it's not needed because we've lived here for near 2 centuries.
Mhm.
And they've lived specifically in this actual tavern for nearly a century. But no, they appreciated the warning. They introduced themselves as Melamycia and Vim Muran. Oh, Mudan? Let me check. Vim Moral is the dwarf, and Melamycia is the wood elf.
Okay. Cool.
So everyone else has gone to go and start doing.
And Evan literally just went over to speak to Mela and Vim.
Two.
I assume you would have probably have come with. What would you be doing?
Sure.
Okay.
I'll have him run with this one.
So
then.
yeah, we'll roll this again. So yeah, you go over and pardon for the intrusion. It's
Yeah,
fine.
apologies. We had a few questions after our friend came over to warn you about.
Oh,
that connection.
Greytail was your friend. Ah, okay.
He mentioned that you'd been here for a while. Greytail is the only one that's. I just accent sponged.
I mean, to be fair, you're meant to be speaking French anyway.
No, I'm not. I'm specifically not, but.
Okay. But yeah, go on.
There's a
carry on.
reason.
That's the reason. No, yes, our friend said that you'd been here for a while, and Greytail is the only one who is of our group that is local to these shores.
Mm.
We're hoping you could help us with some information, specifically regarding what our friend was saying regarding magic. Wouldn't mind. What do you know of the situation with magic here in the arcane?
I don't know too much about it, but Vim, I believe you understood some of this, correct? I did. It has something to do with, at least back when we were adventuring, We came across large underground obelisk-like crystals or something like that in the dirt, and those seem to emanate raw arcane power from the weave. It's, if tapped into, can be rather potent, but also extremely unstable at the same time. It's also been known to be the source of many fractures in realms. Things like access to the Feywilds are usually more erratic than normal in those areas. Creatures are irradiated with arcane energy and things like that. Obviously, it's been a long while since we had any interaction with it.
And
Just to point out, Mello will go. Now, yes, we've been living in Colossal Tegan now for 369 years now. Since the intrusion of the Kraken, and our old party member Nox and us, the rest of our party, helped deal with it. We've took up residence here.
Thanks, Spot. When and during that time, has this this I can't say it, this hatred of magic been the same, or has it become more intense over the years?
They will both kind of like talk between each other about it, and it's kind of come to the consensus that the magic bias has always been the same. It's been the same long before, since I came to here from my original home, and it's probably gotten a lot worse in the last century or so, but has always been extremely different.
Yes, we found it unusual when we first got here ourselves, but you have.
Because I arrived here not long after turning centennial, and it's always been the same. But sometimes they have their reasons, even if they aren't to be agreed with. I have seen, and during my days dealt with, a number of issues with people exploiting, so I can understand, but I don't agree.
Something similar to how we'd come to.
Well, when we both spoke about you, for the sake of transparency, when your friend came over, you, and this is a good thing, you reek of adventurisms. You seem like how we were at some point. It's interesting how you both speak. You, and again, this is a compliment. You speak a lot older than you are. That's good. It means your parents brought you up well. Some people take many years to develop such linguistic ability.
Just lucky, I suppose. Yeah. Yes. These. You say you encountered one of these pillars or multiple?
Well, Angus, an old friend of ours who died about 200 years or so ago, when we discovered one, he was a sorcerer, and he did look it over. They're natural as far as we could gather, but we were also looking into far more dire situations and had to leave it be.
Understand. Other things take your matters at the time. When, if you mind me asking, because we've run into a few snags with magic, do you know where around the country this is?
I believe, let's roll a history check.
Bard, probably damn good.
Well, it's intelligence based, but she's proficient in it. I believe it was in the southern continent. I don't remember too well, but we did. And now Danny needs to quickly look at the map to remember the name of the city it was in, or the town. Yes, we in Vralfan, which was the capital of the south section, we left word, and it was documented with some of the alchemists in the south. I know they were discussing about the possibility of using it in alchemical potions. Whether they did or not, I don't know. We got paid for the information, considering it seemed, while unstable in its current form, at least not dangerous.
It was a great find for them, no doubt.
Well, it certainly paid for a number of great items that helped us.
Sure, it would also be of great interest to our friend Boomer.
Mm-hmm.
The
Well,
name is
I don't know
accurate,
if they ever acted upon it, so I suppose if you ever went there, you could always ask them.
Really makes magic unstable around it. Powerful
Yes.
but unstable.
I noticed
okay.
the chemical burns on his face.
Yes, he is an aspiring alchemist. Recently joined their group.
And she'll look at Vim and go, "We could have done with one of them before, huh? Do you remember the time we fought those elementals in the wilderness?" And Vim will go, oh fucking A. A few bottles of alchemist fire are not gonna miss against those creatures. Fucking bastards.
Elementals.
Hey, lad, earth elementals. 3 of them. Again, it was an old mission, going way back.
You've just reminded me of something, a favour I should really do for another one of my friends. You've been around for quite a while, and I'm sure you've heard these stories.
You're gonna ask what I think you're gonna ask.
Again.
Our,
Oh,
friend, well, our other tabaxi friend. He has been tasked with and asked multiple times. Apparently he has to try and find an ice golem. Have you heard of any such creature in the area, or can we put this story to bed?
I'm gonna roll a history check. I'm gonna roll off Mellors, and I'm gonna do it with advantage because I will assume they both try and think of it. So aiding. So.
Jesus fucking
Oh,
Hey,
oh my!
Liam, I tried for you, mate.
And it was a +10 with advantage. Fuck
No.
me!
No, we will never find this fucking ice golem.
I can't
No.
believe that. Well, unfortunately, I don't know. I know they do exist, at least in this region of the land, but I have never encountered one, and obviously ensuring Nox's story lives. I have been here for, and we have been here most of our time, regaling the tales and also bolstering the morale of the town.
The people.
And she'll kind of just quietly say, even though in between us, the story is not quite true, but see, the people prefer the tale that I sing rather than the one that actually happened. But
It's always the story. The legend is a lot different from how it actually happened.
yes, it's easier to rise them into happiness than to try and ever correct them.
It must be an unusual feeling watching yourselves become part of them. Well, become myths.
It's interesting. They build statues and effigies of Nox, but they don't remember us really too much, nor of Scylla or Angus. But it's interesting. Also a bane of having friends that don't live as long. But at least I can ensure that at least Nox lives on, at least in song.
That's all we can do. Tell the story.
The tales of how he single-handedly thwarted the Krakon and feasted upon its flesh in success.
Even though he was more than likely knocked out in the first few seconds.
Well,
The hard work.
Well, his temper always got the best of him and gave him some unnatural strength. But it was more of a team effort.
It always is.
Hint,
I'm
barbarian.
Oh, I was fully aware of that.
Yeah.
Because he's like, oh, the accent sponge. It's always nice to have the memories of them, even.
No, certainly. And once Vim has run his course as well, and he'll kind of just give a nod, I plan to go back home. I think my adventuring to Andia.
And yeah,
Yes, like I said, I left home just after becoming centennial in terms of being an adventurer. And I've certainly done that. Lived here in this city for 300 years now, south, and another 100 of adventuring. I'm happy. I've done what I did. I've met a lot of good friends and done many more good things around the world.
what was life like back home? Must have been something for you to leave.
It was a great place, honestly. There are regrets to not staying, but I'm glad I left because as much as I do revere home, there's always better things in specific places, and I think it's important that if you have the time, and people like us definitely do, to experience what the world has to offer. This world is a big place, and everything can't be found at home, and bringing some of that back and hopefully maybe even doing some good there may be of interest. But no, I've never been, because my home is mostly a religious place, but I've never been too much of a follower myself, unlike Vim and some of the other people I've met. But I'm not by no means a non-believer. I have had, let's just say, a very close encounter with a god in my time.
Interesting story, no doubt.
Oh, it's something that if you ever wish to sit around and take a listen to, and what she'll do, she'll actually slip the shoulder out of her like ruffled shirt, and you'll see there's a large, like vicious, gnarly-looking scar. Cass, make a religion check.
Okay.
The scar is a vicious wound, but you can't help but notice that parts of the scar glow with a faint celestial light. And you can make it out that it's actually the symbol of the god Savras, which you would know of as the god of fuck. The god of fuck. It's the god of fate.
Fascinating.
It was, let's just say, I was careless once or twice, and I got taken down for it. But, also brought back. And so, just ask. Now you've asked you plenty of questions. What makes you so interested in some of the lore and history around here? I would have thought people like yourselves, as you look native, would have known most of this from elders.
Great efforts to look native, or more likely to just not freeze. But we are not originally from here.
Apologies for
We are
assuming.
like you, coming from. That's fine. That's no, as it's asking someone who's got the knowledge, who's also got an outsider's perspective. We're making sure that we don't fall prey to any
Exactly.
mistakes.
Every town, every city has its flaws. It's always going to be a thing no matter where you go, but there's always things that can be done to fix them. And if given the time, I'm sure things can be done. This place was a lot worse when we was around, but for different reasons. Everyone has their place to play and their part to play as well. But that's how it is sometimes, no?
You're there for what you need to be there for,
Exactly.
even if you don't know yourself.
Even if
Say
it's
we-
empowering your friends and support. I was never really a fighter, but people like Vim and Nox, oh, they were. I gave them the abilities to go forward unfettered, and also aided in Scylla a few times when she did some of the sillier things that I remember Vim, who took very egregious to. Yeah, like when she stole from the church 4 times in a week. Yes, she... a sleight of handed one. Anyway, and she'll kind of like... You see her stifle like a snigger, because she assumes... You must assume she found it somewhat funny.
And there's those that you can't ever control.
Yes,
You can just hope to direct them in a certain way.
it was at least 3 times no I saved her from the guillotine, so... She should have thanked me until the very end.
And she did, in her own way, no doubt.
She's done her thing.
All friends at rest now.
But is there anything else that you are curious about? Obviously, if you've only been here for a short while, surely there's other things you may want or need to know. What's your what brings you here?
I'm here helping drop off some supplies,
What's that?
some stuff for the part of the trade caravan,
Oh, okay.
and then as for what we're currently doing, we've got some time, so we are currently just looking into some information at the moment. ran across some of our own dangers. We need to find out more about them. You've been I apologize, but you sounded like a potential source of some information from what our friend said.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Honestly, it's nice to talk to adventurers just at the start of their journey, because many people just like to talk about the performances and the music. It's refreshing to talk about something different.
People who know what it is to travel.
Yes. Well, it's. I'm sure you have many a good story yourself that you could possibly even share.
You?
I'm sure if you get
What's
yourself a performer, you could even make yourself semi-famous like I've done for Nox.
True. Well, I don't think they'll enjoy hearing the tales of spiders being shoved down my throat, or my back being ripped open by a remoraz. They'd hear the stories and they'd think it's a comic.
Well, you'd be surprised, huh? With an artistic tongue, sometimes anything can be pleasurable, even if it is grim.
I will point out this thing, like, she kept a straight face, but you can even see now, like, Cass has had to move her head away, and is, like, you know, holding back laughter at this point. Just kind of looks towards Evan, and she's like...
Oh no,
and
like, you notice...
leave.
You notice that Vim notices. Mela doesn't, but Vim has noticed. Doesn't say anything, but he just gives you a sly grin and just like leaves you to it.
Please excuse me, I believe it is my time to leave.
Yeah, no worries, huh?
I have researched.
Well,
Well, I fell into the accent then, Jesus.
well,
It's addictive.
it is an addictive accent.
Yeah.
I'm think I'm gonna like do next NPC. It's gonna be French randomly. It's gonna be like, well, it's an elf now. Fuck.
But chieftain of an orc tribe that we've got to fight. It's an elf.
Yep, it's an elf now. It's an elf orc. There we go. But no, I perform here every 3 nights, but I live here. If you go to the top floor, the entire floor is for both me and Vim. So if you need us, you know where we'll be.
It'd be nice to talk to people.
Well, certainly. I'm always interested in hearing adventurer tales. You never know, maybe even one day, as a warm-up, I could sing one of your tales in this very tavern. With your permission, of course.
Depends how it goes, but given the tale that you were telling last night when we came in,
That's
sure you'll
usually
be
the
able to
crowd
make-
favourite. Yes.
admittedly, with our few interactions we've had, I was a little cautious when I first saw it, which provoked the start of our conversations today. It was once the
Well, maybe
moment
having a
moment
part
here.
in making sure this town was not a pile of marshland and rubble probably has something to do with it.
Oh no, that is probably the
The clans and everyone here know at least who we are, at least their grandparents remembered us in the act, but there's been a few generations since.
But, if you have more questions, I'll be sure to, or if we just need to talk again, if we need to visit, we will try and visit again, no doubt, won't we? But the rest of our group would like to hear a couple more tales.
Next time it'll cost you a shot. The good stuff as well, huh? Oh, Vim, why do you have
I
to be
will
like this? They're nice, leave them alone.
3 gold, knock yourself out.
See, works, don't it? Vim, thank you,
Ah.
but
Don't worry. There's a few other ways to do that, and I kind of I let the healing pool, like the lay on hands, like just kind of light up my hand. It's just like, oh, I'll waste this, open them up later.
And she'll like look to Mela just as you guys are standing up and leaving. I like that guy. He's alright, isn't he? And then you two walk away. Also,
how is it?
oh, go on.
As we walk out and we go out the door, and the door shut. How is it we're able to find someone exactly like us, who's both older and younger than us at the same time?
One of the most
Bizarre moments we've ever had.
yeah, both
And that's saying
odd
something.
and familiar at the exact same time.
Just to point out, because I never said it in character, but they would have. Vim.
Oh
the,
no,
no, the ages.
I guess it must be like. Well, you said that she'd been there for 300 years, and she'd come over 300 years, and she'd come across after her centennial. So
Yeah,
I'm
Vim.
guessing she's-
Vim's 384, and Mela's 577.
Oof.
Yeah, they're doing a lot.
And their 3 party members were all humans, so they're literally the only ones left.
Middle-aged. They're fine. Plenty of the time.
Oh no, dwarf. That he's like right at the end.
I know, but she's middle-aged.
Oh yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. No, yeah, you're right.
I found it fascinating to hear her talk of home, though.
Which we're probably going to have to disabuse her of the notion a little bit, unless we can get it fixed before she gets back.
Yeah, a little bit of forewarning of the danger coming.
It's not
But that is
exactly-
a different story. I just don't think it should be spread just yet.
No. It'd be funny to tell when we tell her this, It's going so funny. She wants to be able to sing. She's wondering about singing stories. That we've got, and she probably grew up on the stories of us.
That actually,
I know.
you know what? You know what? I never thought that, but actually, yeah, you're right. She's offered to sing stories and ballads of you guys. One, she probably already has and has grew up on them as well. Like, I never thought of that, but actually, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I thought it was
That's
funny.
interesting. I didn't think of that at all.
It's like I often tell you the stories. Oh, you probably already have, but
Yeah, I didn't think it was a good time though to ask more about home. It would have seemed suspicious, slightly
No.
odd.
So there was that little bit of wonder to see whether or not she would have mentioned anything about us.
Well, the thing is, she hasn't been or heard about home in over 400 years.
Like I said, but still wanted to see what she would have made.
Evelyn, before we join with the others, I do have a quick question. It's been weighing on my mind for a little while now.
Yes.
Do you think they're okay?
Yes. They're all smart.
I wish there was. I know, but I wish there was some way for us to find out. I do worry quite a bit.
They're all smart. They'll know what to do. And honestly, One second, whilst I dig up.
I can't hear you, Michael. I do.
Michael is trying to dig up the name so we can remember.
What are you trying to dig up, and I'll help you if I can.
I didn't send them to you so you wouldn't know.
Oh.
It's a certain type of tree.
There we go. Of everything, anything else, imagine the hell that Lyra is currently giving them.
They always were a hellraiser, to say the least.
The whole music, man, the whole moving out and taking a stand against the family thing definitely was something.
I wish there was a way we could get some message to them. I mean, I could send, but I'm a little bit reluctant to do that at the moment with obviously the listening in that's going on.
We wouldn't be listening to that. That's not something we'd be listening to.
Are you saying that it would be okay then?
We want to let them know. Let them know. They weren't. I understand our original plan was never to let them know. They think we're gone.
But at the same time, the original plan was for us to resume our positions again.
Potentially, but we'll do what we were supposed to do.
Unfortunately, yes.
It seems we are.
Sorry about that again.
Yes, still unusual.
Mm-hmm.
Whether or not that one, yeah. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, you kind of see him kind of Evan kind of get for a moment.
Yeah.
And then kind of just shake himself back to himself. No.
She just kind of like put her hand on his shoulder and goes, "So, research. Are you ready to read?"
Entire life, and still all the time we're doing together, and you still drag me to the sodding libraries.
Have you not realised that it is part of my personality you will never be able to escape?
Yes,
No matter how you
yes, you managed to stay away from the battlefield. Managed to stay away from the training grounds.
Oh, we're two very different people.
Yes, I somehow managed to study with you and train for combat.
I know.
Yeah.
And I managed to do everything I did. In some form or another, but that's fine.
Yes, well, either way, to the books.
To the
Books.
Do you want to start on the local books, or do you want to go through Mr. one?
Oh, I'm going more aiming towards the Gothic, but previous to that, the destruction of Mystra, the tearing of the weave, re-establishing of the weave. I'm going like deep lore.
Which you pretty much have all those books already.
Yeah, I'm going to start reading them because I've been dying to for weeks.
Do you want to do that, or do you want me to continue looking into local lore?
You focus on local if you can do. I'm going more. The only reason that I'm going for deep lore is because I think that will tap us to what it is that they might be planning to do. If they're planning to bring about the second coming of Mystra, then at the end of the day, there might be something in one of those books. Like, for example, with the Gothic Krieg, it was that they had to open a portal between the material plane and the Nine Hells. There'll be steps, essentially, hidden within the text.
Must resist urge to make tragedy joke.
Do it.
No, yes, you do that. I will go and look into local law as to see if there's any more reasons people can tell me as to why the arcane should not be trusted.
So you're going to go talk to people and I'm going to read, essentially, I guess.
That's the plan. Bye!
Well,
Oh, why didn't I think of that?
but I just want to point out, now that moment's ended. Great, why can't you have a bard? You can get
You know why?
Yeah, but the thing is, you can get your own Jaskier.
Yes, Kia.
I'm not going to tell you what my
Toss a
backup character
coin
is.
to your great ale, oh valley of plenty. That's Jaskier.
Oh, it is. Oh,
Yes,
no, it's not
that's
sounding good.
It's like, I didn't want that, but now I can realise you don't tell stories about me.
Yeah, toss a coin to
Yeah.
your Greytail, newest hit in Briol.
Yes, but then you also have a horny sidekick that you need to get out of trouble fighting.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, that's
No,
the stereotype of a bard.
Yes, but
No, no,
also that's
he said-
literally what
yeah.
happens with Jaskier.
No, that he's saying it because I said Jaskier. That's literally what Jaskier does, and he literally did drag Geralt as a bodyguard to an event because of that reason.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Seen the trailer drop today for series 2.
I know it's
Oh,
dropped. I
yeah.
haven't watched it yet, but I'm going to
I
tonight.
it's
did not
coming.
know. I did not know.
It's
That's even
real
better.
good.
19th of December, I think it's coming out.
Ooh, goody.
It looks real good.
But Greytail
I know
and
we are
Dia.
real nerds.
Yeah, we are.
We're
Great.
playing D&D.
I mean, yeah.
I know, but like, just in case they wondered.
But Greytail and Deer, while you guys have been out gathering stuff, because obviously you guys have had a bit of quiet time, and Adam with Boomer as well, is there anything you guys want to accomplish outside of just getting shit done? I feel like you guys have been neglected a teeny bit.
Not really.
No, because I would just be concentrated just getting all the necklaces finished.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Can both Cass and Evan then make me investigation checks? Evan speaking with people into more about the trying to gain an understanding to the arcane hatred.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah?
I forgot to be muted. Sorry.
I did want to make
Oh,
a point.
Liam, you was mute. Okay, go on. What's Deer want to do?
I'm looking forward to more shiny things.
Okay.
I'm supposed to
Roll
be researching more shiny.
2d100s.
Oh. That what all this roll, yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. The nicest of rolls.
I think that counts as a crit, doesn't it?
You know what? Funny enough, maybe. Looking at I'm going to go to the 36 first. We're going to leave that nice number for a moment.
It can be performance enhancing literary stuff.
You managed
The
to
diamond.
go with your nightmare whiskey in one of the more trinket shops in the centre of town. You managed to find a crystal tumbler that has engravements in the crystal that is of like weaving ivy.
Ooh.
So for 15 gold, you can get yourself a woven ivy crystal tumbler to go with your nightmare
Oh.
whiskey.
That's called
Yes, I'll definitely be getting that.
Oh
If
god.
my
It's
actor sheet wants to work. There we go.
Yeah, so that's 15 gold, and literally it's like about 3 or 4 inches tall. It's a nice round tumbler, and like there's engravements of like thick, dense woven ivy all over, and it looks fucking awesome. So if you ever want nightmares at night and do it fancy, with the 69 though, you don't actually find anything that catches your eye, but asking around, you actually gain word from one of the merchants that if you're interested in shiny things, there's a bit of a rumour going around, and I don't know how true it is, but rumour has it a ship got sunk not far offshore, about 30 or 40 mile or so, that had some decent trinkets and treasures. Might be worth you going to try and find that if you're interested.
Oh. We have been to persuade people to have a look at that.
If you've got a
sort of
ship
thing.
or someone that can take you out, and you've got means of getting underwater safely, yeah, apparently there's a galleon that sunk years ago, and it was carrying like some hauls from some other continents.
Can we tell where it is based on seagulls by any chance?
Oh, hello, maybe you. That's fine.
No, I'm not there. That was Rose out of character.
know,
Sorry.
But yeah, so word is if you go about 20 miles out or so, and look for the Twin Mountains underwater. Apparently it's in and around there.
Well, hey,
I mean, if I had a ship myself, I'd have gone, but, you know, since you bought the tumbler and stuff, I thought I'd help you out.
oh, thank you. We may have to have a look at that.
If you find anything real nice, though, come and let me at least have a look. Be nice to know that I broke the myth if he's there.
Yeah, we will. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Thank you for your help.
No, thank you. Yeah. Thank you, man. Good luck.
Oh, thank you. Bye bye.
You just see the an ice column in one of them rings.
Yeah, there's just an ice golem in carbonite, just ready to go.
Yeah.
What we'll do, because it's 10 to 10. We'll get what information you glean, you two, Cass and Heaven, and then we'll call it for the evening. So, who wants to go first?
So,
Oh.
Evan had pointed out about using enhance ability. So could I use that?
Yes, you certainly
Not
may.
all the time, because I'm not any that many spell slots for an hour. A couple of hours.
Yeah, you certainly may. I would say you use it twice in your research, like once at the initial, and then if you get a roadblock afterwards, you probably use it again. So we'll say you've used it twice.
Cool. That's investigation or
Investigation,
Arcana or history or
please. Because you've got the books. It's a case of pondering through. Evan, speaking to as many people that you can. You
mainly aiming for religious centers first.
Mm-hmm.
Religion, then historians, but
it's hard to find those sorts of people, at least in great numbers. You do find some. A lot of the general populace that you speak to, when you're having trouble finding those, you get told of like hag level deeds that some magicians have like woven kids and turned them into socks. You know what I mean? These borderline ridiculous sentiments.
Yep.
A lot of the
turn
clergy.
me into a newt.
Yeah, like, you know, like, oh, I better watch out there because them wizard folk, they'll take your children and turn them into socks. And then you know what they'll do with them? They'll wear them. You know, that type of silly story. Historians point to a lot of different examples of where, like, mass death has been caused. Creatures have been spawned and created, and it has been claimed, based on the historic records, to be of archaic descent, specifically of experimentation and things like that. It's kind of take it with a pinch of salt, because historic records are never fully accurate unless you've got someone who was there to confirm it. It's kind of an awkward one, but with clerics, the actual clergy don't seem to have a negative view towards the arcane in any way, because of their innate connection to gods and things. Some have, and it's been spread between the brothers and sisters and cousins, that they're to be tolerated, but the thing is, it's falling on deaf ears for the most part if it's ever mentioned, and it's kind of then stopped being said because there's no point. They were losing support and favour, and starting to not be like themselves for those that tried to preach differently. Have I gone?
Nope.
Oh,
nothing
okay.
urgent.
Rose, your DC was lower because obviously you've got the research material already, and it's fairly detailed and seemingly well accurate. What is it you're looking into about Mistra and things?
I'm specifically looking into the text to see what happened about the time where Mistra was destroyed, essentially, more, and then digging deeper into the tears in the weaves, the fixing of the weave, and just really keeping an eye out for anything specific to what, like, But there was if there's anything that basically says along the lines of, but there has been stories that one day maybe she will return, blah blah blah. Do you know what I mean? That kind of thing. That's what I'm looking out for.
Mistra is alive and well, that you're aware of, but you're also aware it's not the original Mistra. It's the second version. The original Mistra died in the Krieg due to the heavy influx of usage on the Weave, and using her own powers for aid where she could, got killed. And this caused the Weave to literally start tearing itself apart to a point where no magic worked for periods of time, and magics like doing something as simple as casting the message spell would accidentally cast Fireball instead. It was horrifically dangerous, and a new Mistra was rebirthed as a replacement and fixed the Weave, but imperfectly, considering it was not her creation. But then, to prevent the Weave being overwhelmed in the future, placed restrictions upon it, limiting the amount of spells humankind and even some major creatures and demi-deities, and limiting as well the power of some spells, to the point where certain spells have been lost to time because they were just deemed too powerful and could risk shattering the Weave altogether.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that the stick that broke the camel's back and all that.
Yeah.
And Mistra has essentially, to prevent any further strain, stopped any major arcane spells from being used, and has severely limited any arcane users, anyone that taps into the Weave, to prevent an overclocking. It's been recorded as overly cautious, and the theorization is in the book that the level of usage to warrant such worry would be something akin to another Göttlicher Krieg, which a usage of the Weave has not been seen anywhere near that high since then. It's, like I said, it's been recorded as a massive overcaution, and there's theorization that these restrictions could be well lifted and be perfectly fine and not cause any bother. But the intentions of Mistra are unknown, and the reasons why are also unknown. It's just a known fact that this is what's been done.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you gather.
Cool, thank you.
And as you all reconvene to collate your findings, obviously Grey and Deer, you guys would have been able to get your stuff that Cass wanted, but we'll just do that out of character because it'll be fine.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You will have had access to it.
No, I'm not noticing it saying Project Big Man.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. I'm going to leave the session there unless there's anything else anyone wants to do that's super quick. That's what I thought. So, yeah, no, that's fine. But no, yeah, I'm hope everyone enjoyed the session and stuff.
You did, I did anyway. Wow,
the next session will be July 24th, where it will be episode 28 in 2 weeks. The next session of D&D, though, most likely will be tomorrow. After the Euro Championship final, I should be kicking off the 3-shot, starting at 11 PM UK time.
11 PM?
Because I'm having to do it after the match.
No, I get it completely. I was just a bit like...
It's only going to be a short one as an introduction. It's introductory. It's only going to... that'll probably be available on the Monday or Tuesday on YouTube.
But
But yeah, so next stream, if it's not Sunday, depending on availability of people and everything, will be Wednesday with more Valheim because I am fucking loving that game so much. Or actually, I may stream Monday to make up for the lack of
we're playing
streams.
on. We're talking on Monday, Danny.
Yeah, I know, but I can do it
Doing it
after.
after.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, after. Yeah.
But anyway, I will see you guys then. So, till all a bit, mux.
So that's it. Goodbye.
Alright.